welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Aliens, the tabletop RPG. We are here, we are excited, we are ready to play super fun, happy, fun times games with no stress, mayhem, murder, death, or terror. Just kidding, that's the exact opposite. We're getting all of the above horrible things that I just mentioned. Yeah, so let's go around, let's say who we are and who we'll be playing today. I'll start with myself. I am Lindy, and I will be playing McKeelson. Captain McKeelson, currently. Also, medic. Best medic on the planet, because I'm the only medic on the planet. We're leaving the planet, so, you know, I enjoyed the title while it lasted. Kind of. Yeah, that's me. She's an alcoholic doctor. It's fine. Everyone's fine. All you need is super glue and whiskey and morphine. Let's go down to someone who definitely does not believe this sound medical advice, and that would be Granger. Deception check. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, and I definitely do not trust your sound medical advice whatsoever, because it is neither sound nor medical nor advice. Just danger. Yeah, I'll be playing Hank Granger. He's a bit of a Blade Runner, kind of a little out of place with everyone, surrounded by all these synthetics, and a company man, too, who is now thinking he's been forcefully retired from the company since they planned on killing him along with everyone else. So who knows what's going on going forward? We'll find out. I can't wait to see how I can sneak up on Violet and take her out. Did I say that? I'm sorry. No, that's a different story. Sorry.
A likely story. But let's go down to someone who's between you and Violet on the overlay, and that would be Shiny Pilot. How are you doing?
Shiny Pilot, I'm doing good, yeah. Excited to play tonight. Gonna be playing Corporal Blaze. He's a hard-headed veteran Marine, been in the Marines for a long time. He's a career guy, so we'll see if he can actually make it to the end of his career, or if we're gonna die tonight. Excited.
Excited to see what's gonna happen. It's really a coin toss at this point. Someone who's always excited would be Nuggetosaurus. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a long day, and I'm super excited to be here. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm playing Violet, the synthetic human who we just ran away from, you know, a nuclear bomb. So fun stuff. And yeah, I'm ready to get away from here.
I don't blame you. I think we all are, but I don't think that's gonna happen for some reason. I don't know why. It's just an inkling I've got. Someone who gets inklings sometimes would be D20 Coup de Grace. How are you doing?
Hi, that's me. Yes, I'll be playing Corporal Red Brewer tonight. And he is just waiting to get back to the ship to go into that long sleep once again.
Yeah, that we're definitely getting a long sleep and not eaten by aliens. That's what's gonna happen tonight. I should introduce myself as, hi, I'm Lindy, and I'm great at transitions. As I transition over to producer Travis, who's our GM for this evening. I'm on it tonight. How are you doing, and are you ready to not murder us?
Oh. I think my mouse just died. I'm serious, like I think my mouse just died.
I guess if your mouse is dead, you can't kill us, so... Oh no.
Okay, hi. Producer Trav here. Let's not rob that of our momentum, which is fucking aliens, finally.
I hope we don't. I'm not interested. I'd rather not.
No. Oh, it's back. Oh, hallelujah. Okay. All right. Hi. Let's get it on, shall we?
Not with aliens,
Lindy,
please.
we have a handout in Roll20 here.
Do we? Do we have handouts in Roll20? Is that what Roll20 is for?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is. We love Roll20.
It's super small. Why is it so small? There it is. Okay. Oh, it's all. There we go. Okay. Can you see that? For the people?
No, I can't. I don't have anything. Did you hit
show
to players? You do.
How do I show to players? God damn it! For the people. The following preview has been approved for appropriate audiences by the Motion Picture Association of America. The film advertised has been rated R, which is restricted.
Okay, I believe you can figure it out.
I'm gonna do tonight. So, all right. So, some music.
Yes.
Here we go. A syringe. A tight close-up shot of a syringe going into a human embryo. Okay. fertilizes the embryo. Time passes.
Oh no.
Did we
Lots
just lose him?
Travis, come
Peril
back!
has a
The aliens got him.
No!
Run!
what's going on? Did I lose you?
Yes, we lost you
Yeah,
for a
you
second.
froze and then died because a face hugger got you.
Oh no. That's a terrible shame. Damn it, I was really on a roll too. Here we go. Stand by. We're gonna get on. All right. Where did I lose you? Embryo?
Yes, injected into the embryo. Those were the last.
High shot of a
ones.
needle
Yeah.
infecting a human, not infecting, injecting a human embryo. Okay,
Okay.
one could say infecting in the context of the following, but it's fertilizing a human embryo. Cut to years later, there's a Norman Rockwellian classroom, children's artwork on the walls. There's an apple on the teacher's desk. A young girl with a crude name tag on her desk in crayon that says Vanessa raises her hand at the beginning of every question, and she gets every question right. She's standing on a ranch fence, a 2-post ranch fence, with her feet on the first horizontal peg. She's watching a white horse run circles through the pen, and later she's seen writing it, learning how to write it. She and the animal are one, and it's her happiest childhood memory is riding a beautiful white horse through a sunny green glade on a beautiful day. Smash cut to the inside of a chamber. It's icy cold. The walls are ribbed. From the ceiling hangs a chandelier of hundreds of thousands of black cylinders. Dr. Vanessa Iris sits silently, with a gas mask on her face, in a cheap, like office chair, right? With no arms. She's sitting, and in the room with her are 3 bone-white creatures who shuffle about the room and occasionally sniff in her direction and towards the desk she is seated near. About an hour ago, she received a transmission, garbled, from someone saying they were on their way. Female voice, but too garbled to know who it was. And since then, you've heard nothing. It's been about an hour. You were already worried, but you've been trying her for an hour with no response. Meanwhile, in the cold, naked stillness of space, in low orbit over LV-310, just off the arm, off Theta Reticuli, is the USS Nostromo, which moves silently through the inky blackness. Inside is its crew, standing around the hull, looking at one another. You've been on the ship. Everybody's cleaned themselves up, gotten dressed, eaten something, showered, put themselves back together after, a couple of days down there, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Would you say this reduces stress, Travis? Out of curiosity.
Right away, can you hear me?
Yes, you lagged
Right.
for a second.
Yeah, there's something. Violet, you're putting together, you're collating a lot of data right now. As you've made it to the bridge of the ship, you're combining what you got from Leonard, from his head, what you downloaded from the remaining files when you plugged in the batteries to the console in lab 2. So you've got the telemetric data of where Site B is. And then now you're on the Remington, so you've got access to its sensors, which have now penetrated the topsoil. Want a proper pot of coffee in a proper coffee pot. And so you're getting a good look at what this thing is. And everyone in the room is watching a horseshoe-shaped craft begin to take shape. And I'm going to load up some handouts here. Action. While I get this going here. How do I show this to everybody?
Right hand. Show to play.
Show to players.
So why have we gathered here?
A man who looks just like Leonard, played by Michael Fassbender, of course, walks crisply in his red and white high tops and begins to look closely at the table and makes eye contact with Violet. If I may, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
What you've identified as Site B seems to be a large, asymmetrical, wishbone-shaped craft with a thickened central section between two horns, bending upwards. Numerous tunnels, 3 large openings near the ground, but there's been a serious landslide that's covered up all but one of the openings to the craft. It looks like the most likely entrance based on how much silt and soil has accumulated on top of it is towards the hammerhead horn-shaped section of the craft. You'll have to descend down about 25-30 meters of steep jungle, and then it looks like a dam has formed over the top of the craft. There's a significant waterfall in front of where you'll have to enter.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you, Gabriel.
Welcome, ma'am. Mind the cat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the ship cat. It's real ornery sometimes.
Gotta have a ship cat.
Gets a little feisty from time to time.
It's probably because we've been gone on the planet for 2 days.
Yeah.
Don't think
Saves us
anyone
from
remembered to leave extra food out.
Well, it saves us from having to eat the ship's rats for lunch, you know?
Oh, Friday, chill. God, these animals. Okay, so who all is, like, specifically who is on the bridge right now? I know me, I'm assuming McKeelson.
Say the core group, and it's up to Brewer and Blaze whether they're hanging out in mess with Kennedy and Watson.
Well,
And
I
I think
I
that's
think
it.
I think Blaze would be down there hanging out with them, having a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette.
unless someone has come to get him, he's in a coffin. That's where
Well, I'll let you sleep, or I'll come get you in a few days.
Travis, would you say that our showering, getting food, and all that stuff, would you say that's decreased our stress levels?
Yes, good time to mention that. Everybody's stress levels is decreased to 1. And yes.
Right. Just figured I should
Yes.
throw that question out there.
And I have no idea why you're not seeing these handouts.
Yeah, they're not, because they're not in the roll
So,
20.
They're in my library, it says. Damn
Yeah,
it.
they're not in.
Trust me.
They're not in the. You gotta add it
Okay.
under journal. So
Okay.
third tab over, you add, and then you can
Journal.
Put, yeah,
Okay. And then
You
I
can
add the
add a-
folder.
yeah. You had a handout.
Patience, gentle viewer.
Add a handout.
Okay. Add a handout. Okay.
Yeah, and there you
All
can
right,
put
cool.
whatever you want on the handout.
All right,
Thanks.
far out.
Learning how to use Roll20, Travis
Hi.
will make a handout.
Yes, I
It's
will.
a tutorial and a
Eventually.
game all in one.
This is it. Thank Christ. Here we go. Okay.
Now you can show us anything you want. Well, almost anything.
So, meanwhile, down in mess, Kennedy is smoking your cigarettes.
It's fine. She's hot.
She looks at you, Blaze. So, you know we're probably going to go back down there, right?
Seems that's our luck in life. Go where we're told all the time. He takes a long drag off his cigarette. You want to take bets on how long we'll make it this time?
I'm going to be fine.
Oh,
I'm getting to where I like this. I've seen these things. I know what they look like.
yeah.
They're nothing to sneeze
Yeah.
at, but you greased one 2 hours ago.
Greased a few. Last time we were here, starting to get a really bad habit. You know, takes a really long drag at a cigarette, kind of looking at her. We need to stop going down to that planet. He's kind of lost in thought as he's thinking about why he's still in the Marine Corps for the I can't remember the name of it, for the nations, for the planets, and he's kind of reflecting on all the drops he's done, the other planets he's been to. He's like, am I still having fun? He's kind of having that deep thought, and he's just letting the cigarette smolder in his hand, and he just kind of looks at her and goes, you ever thought about getting out?
No. I'm not allowed on most, habited worlds because I'm low-level radioactive, and on some planets have a criminal record. So it's basically why I'm in the USCMC. So
Bummer.
not really. It's kind of fucking awesome, and I like this crew. I like the captain, and and she like stubs out her cigarette. She goes, "Do you think Brewer's going to be a problem going back down there?"
Nah, he'll be fine. Yeah, he just needs a little R&D, a little R&R, not R&D. Sorry, R&R. Maybe he needs some D. I don't know. What's his phone? He needs a little R&R. He'll be fine. We'll just get him a couple stiff drinks. He'll be all right.
Stiff. Just you say stiff drinks. A slim metal pan falls on the table between you and Kennedy. This cornbread is awful. This is supposed to be cornbread. I've seen cornbread. This ain't cornbread. And he's, of course, Walter Brennan.
Yeah.
Kind of a little Walter Houston in there, too, from Rio Bravo, of course.
Oh, is that Lasso? Who was that?
Watson.
Heston.
Lasso is
Watson.
with the Predators on their ship.
That's right.
Well, it's Watson. Heston is on the Predator ship,
Yeah.
which, Violet, you would know is in low orbit over the planet.
Well, Blaze has a little bit of a heart palpitations. Like, God damn it, Watson. And he's going to slide down a little bit to give him room to have a seat. He's just shaken up from that slamming, just that sudden crash into reality.
I don't want to go back, but I ain't got nothing else to do. I got 4 more years. So, what's the difference?
Odds.
Now I need a stiff drink.
It's all about odds. Every drop you take, the odds increase of you dying to a point. And then you see, once you've done enough drops, experience kicks in and you have less odds of dying to a point. And then you kind of, level out. Somewhere after about 20 drops or so is where you level out. And then, go ahead.
Kennedy nods, goes, fuck yeah, and puts her cigarette out on her tongue. And at that, we cut to the bridge as Gabriel finishes and looks to the captain and goes, Captain, timing here is good. Time is on our side on this one. We've got about 30 minutes to daylight planet side where we need to land. Give you all day down there.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna look through some files. Do you have any... Pull up all the information you've got on this. Violet, you dissimulate it. I'm gonna go look through the captain's log.
I mean, analyze it?
Yes!
Okay.
Yep, exactly what I meant. You're so smart, Violet.
Thanks. I try. So...
And I think Mikhailson just, like, pulls over another monitor and starts, like, typing, looking up stuff.
I don't think Violet hasn't said anything about Site B or the transmission or anything to Granger yet, has she?
But
Because
it came up on the table.
Yeah, he knows Site B is there, but the transmission went straight to my visor.
Yeah, because I put it on, and it turned blue, and then I looked at it.
Yeah. Right?
Mhm.
Is that...
Yeah.
My... Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And-
So...
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Do you remember telling Gabriel?
No. But I might have? I don't think I've told anybody except for Walls and Benkielson about the...
I think we did ask for
transmission.
planetary scans, though, and scans of
We
Site
did.
B. We didn't give any details, we just said, we need scans of this.
Well, and
So-
he's also watching what you're doing, and you
Mhm.
had to use the Remington to
Mhm.
get the rest of the data on it and how to best get in it. So
Mhm.
he would have noticed that way.
Right.
too.
It's literally standing there right now, behind,
Yes.
like off to the side, just kind of like watching what's happening.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah,
Granger on
yeah.
the bridge?
Yes.
Okay, so it's McKeelson, Granger, Violet,
Violet,
Gabriel.
And Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Gabriel is making eye contact with Violet expectantly.
Do you need something, Gabriel?
Captain, ma'am, if I may,
I
understand that we're studying this location, and I am aware of the company orders upon which you came down.
Oh, yeah, or are
Admiral
ya?
Admiral Burkhalter was very specific
See.
that Mr. Granger
Yeah.
was to provide.
Could you repeat those orders to me, those specific orders? Could you repeat them just for a refresher? I don't have your brilliant computerized mind.
Yes, Captain.
Thank
Your
you.
unit was dispatched to reestablish communications between the zoo research facility and the company to identify Dr. Jeffrey's research and recover it, and to recover any and all specimens and evidence of Dr. Jeffrey's work and return that to the Remington for handing over to the company for further research. It is our understanding that Dr. Jeffries was killed or otherwise dispatched, seeing as how there is no evidence of that.
Yep.
Were you able to
that's
recover?
definitely what happened.
Yeah.
Were you able to recover anything of the synthetic Leonard?
No.
It wasn't in good condition. It wasn't in
Were his
recoverable condition.
remains destroyed in the blast?
Yes.
Copy that.
So, again, not recoverable.
So I can't help but notice you've returned to the ship with no specimens, and as far as I know, limited access to Dr. Jeffrey's research. Would that be an accurate statement?
At this moment in time, what the fuck?
Don't mind the kitty.
Sorry.
Again, I think
Working
someone
on it.
forgot to
Yeah.
feed her.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just finicky.
my bad.
At this moment in time, yes, that is correct. However, I plan on going back down.
Yeah, it turns
Have you
out the
received any-
zoo didn't have the information. It was more Site B.
He makes direct eye contact with Violet.
Why
If
do
I
you
may,
keep
ma'am.
looking at me, Gabriel? This is freaking me out.
I don't
not-
mean to disturb, ma'am.
I'm not saying don't look at me because that'd be weird, but just
You'll have to excuse me as I hesitate with a question, which is, why are we going to Site B? And what is the op, ma'am? Captain.
Violet kind of looks over at Granger and then looks over at McKeelson and is like,
I give a look like he's gonna fucking find out.
okay.
You can just light a cigarette. Just punch more buttons on my captain's console.
So, I'm going to trust you with some information, Granger, and I'm going to have faith that you're not going to be a dick about it.
That's an awful lot of faith you've got in me right now.
We'll see how it goes.
Play it by ear.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm feeling kind of like a third wheel right now since she's the captain.
We are also best friends. Oh, sorry.
And, and
It's a lot.
Gabriel's deferring to you,
Obviously.
yet I was given the orders to recover everything and to command the mission in recovery. So it's a bit of a confusing situation we find ourselves in right now, especially since some of our triumvirate might not be completely honest with Mr. Gabriel.
What? Who's not being honest with Gabriel?
I guess that's for him to find out. I mean, he's a person like you, right?
Yes, I never said he wasn't.
So we should treat him with honesty and respect.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you keep telling me, right?
Yes. Are you lying to Gabriel? I haven't lied to Gabriel.
I haven't said a word until I just started speaking. Now I've been listening intently to everything you've all been saying.
Okay. Here. And I'm going to take off my visor and hand it to Granger. I'll cue up the transmission first and hand it to Granger and just press play when you're ready.
All right. He'll put the visor on. Press play.
But Granger has heard this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But he doesn't let on.
Oh, no.
Just listens to it. All right.
Yeah. He's just...
Gabriel watches this intently.
Do you want to play the file?
Sure.
Transition? It's real brief. That way we can all
Sure.
be refreshed.
I love it. Absolutely.
And I
Gabriel-
think since Gabriel's here, she'll put it so it's on.
Got to have the scene where it plays through the holotable and everybody listens to it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but
Yeah, no, I think that's probably the best bet because she wants everybody to hear it at this point, I think.
Why don't we just play this for everybody, and you'll take the visor off and hand it back to you.
Recorded distress call intended for any remaining research staff at RF292. This is Dr. Iris. I urgently need to reach Dr. Gerald Walls, Leonard, or any remaining staff at the zoo. At some point in the last 2 weeks, an airborne pathogen was released into Site B. Source is apparently some sort of fungal found inside that, if disturbed, release a microscopic pathogen that will eventually destroy the host organism. Birch, Long, and Dr. House are missing. Doctors Hayes, Ward, and Barker are deceased. I have isolated myself, and while I am not in immediate danger at this time, I am requesting immediate extraction. I am nearly out of provisions, and our entrance point into Site B has been compromised. Please advise that anyone attempting to enter Site B must isolate their respiratory system or risk infection by airborne pathogen. Please also advise there are creatures active inside Site B. They must be considered extremely dangerous. They are bipedal, bone white in color, and wildly aggressive. If you are coming here, you had better come armed or not at all. Gerald? Are you okay? If you receive this, and if it's possible to send someone, do it. I have something very, very important to share with you. Once again, this is Dr. Vanessa Iris, attempting to reach RF 292 with an urgent distress call. This SOS will repeat
Yeah, so fun story.
So I take it those white bipedal creatures are another variation on the xenomorph?
That's what I'd guess.
But there's nothing in it, no reference to it in the data that we currently have from Dr. Jeffries. So from Leonard's
That he got from Dr. Jeffries.
Dr. Jeffries
originally.
Yes. But also apparently he wasn't super involved with Site B because he was stuck at the zoo. So
right, but I'm kind of stuck on the pathogen that's in the
yeah.
That's a
Site
bit
Bs.
disconcerting.
So we have a pathogen, and we have a creature that likes stabbing you with things and ripping you apart. Okay, so that's not gonna go to. I don't know. Why are we going there?
So fun story. I have family, and part of that family is a twin sister named Iris.
Granger kind of leans in, and he's paying very close attention to this entire part of the conversation.
I believe that Dr. Vanessa Iris is possibly my twin sister because when we met Dr. Walls, he called me Vanessa. Said I looked exactly like her. So
All right.
that's why I'm going back to the planet.
If you were any younger, I'd just say maybe your model was based off this particular doctor, this Vanessa. But since you are of the age we've come to understand, I doubt that's the case.
Which isn't old. He's not.
I don't know,
old.
150 years is pretty old.
I mean, you look great.
Give or take several decades. I mean, you're holding up well.
Thank you.
Most of your kind self-destruct after so long. It just, the joints start giving out, brain starts falling apart. It's a really nasty situation to be in. I mean, it's advanced aging in a short period of time. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. It's nothing to worry about for you, I guess. Or your sister.
Apparently. But, yeah, so... Fun. No, Friday, you can't come in my life. No. So fun stuff. Yeah.
Right. So you want to take us all back down there?
No,
Gonna go by yourself?
I don't know. I'm definitely going back, whether anyone else comes with me. But if other people would like to come with me, I will not stop them.
Captain, if I may.
Yes,
Gabriel.
I'm
I'm not captain, never mind.
Captain, I'm sure you're aware that USCMC laws dictate, as also Wayland Yutani corporate contracts which you signed. Mean that any and all distress signal received by the USS Nostromo must be investigated in short order with all available accompaniments.
Well, the USS Nostromo didn't receive any distress signals, so that's...
I'm sorry, Remington. What did I say? Remington.
The Remington didn't receive one either. This is a recording we found from the planet below.
Captain, it just played through the holotable, and I just listened to it here on the USS Remington.
Yes, but the Remington didn't receive. The Remington played the recording.
Ma'am, if you're trying to get me on a technicality, I understand that you're in command here. I'm trying to tell you that as a representative of Wayland Yutani Corporation
what the
and part of
contracts say, Gabriel. And I'm letting you know that this is an old distress signal. A recording of an old distress signal. So, we need to research further, hence why we're doing studies at Site B.
Ma'am, Captain, excuse me. I appreciate that. She's in the distress signal. Dr. Iris referenced that the entrance is compromised. She's correct about this. There is the weight of the water as the dam forms above this ship could put the structural integrity of the craft, which is currently unknown, or the entrance to it in serious jeopardy within 18 hours.
So you're saying it's not going to last much longer?
You won't be able to get into the ship in 2 days.
Okay, will people be able to get out? That's a good question.
No, Captain. Unless she's got a bulldozer in there or lots of explosives.
Or another nuke. Which we know someone who has one.
Aye, we do.
Ma'am?
Nothing. A friend of ours ran off with the strange device. You're muted.
A friend?
Yes.
On the surface?
Yes. He's probably dead now. He went into the jungle.
Very nasty
May I ask
jungle.
the identity? May I ask the identity of this individual?
Dr. Walls?
You met Gerald Walls.
Yeah.
Was he able to shed any light into the actual details of Dr. Philip Jeffries' demise?
No.
Oh.
Just kind of.
Which we
Give
didn't
us more
find any
questions?
remains of Dr. Jeffrey. Just
He's supposed to be at
Leonard's
Site
word
B, apparently.
that he demised. So what do you speculate, Gabriel, if Dr. Jeffries was miraculously somehow not dead? Think we could just have him bring his notes and bring them back to the company?
Are you inferring that you have intelligence that Dr. Phyllis Jeffries lives?
I don't have intelligence that Dr. Jeffries lives. I'm asking a theoretical question.
Captain,
Gabriel,
please repeat this question.
if Dr. Jeffries was alive and he was somehow still alive, and we somehow were able to obtain him and bring him up here on the ship, would that satisfy the company's mandated requirements of information?
Affirmative.
Alright.
He squints really hard at you,
Mhm.
and then his face completely relaxes. You understand the timetable?
18
I
hours.
serve at your pleasure.
Yes. Could you get me a cup of tea then? From the mess, while I go over these diagrams.
I'm a second on that, if you wouldn't mind. Gabriel, could you join me? I need to check the status of my shuttle and its refurbishment.
He looks at you, and before he answers, he looks back at the captain and goes, "Is that an order, Captain?"
It's an order. Go talk with Granger, then get me a cup of tea.
Yes, Captain. And he turns on his heel and joins you to walk out of the room with his crisp gait. And Violet and McKeelson are alone on the bridge.
Kind of hoping he'd have this, but I guess he...
I'm very confused on why Gabriel's here.
Yeah, he's obviously a mole sent to get information about us and send it back to the company. That's why we can't tell him everything. We got to figure out what we're going to do to satisfy getting ourselves not triple court-martialed, and then get the fuck out of here. All it is we nab Jeffries and Iris and then get out. Since we leave now, we're fucked. Go back down to the planet, we're fucked, but maybe with a slight chance of post-leaving planetary unfuckedness.
I also think even if we go back down to the planet and, survive long enough to come back, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble with the company because of that whole thing that Leonard did where he, wiped every memory of me.
But that wasn't you. That was Leonard, and Leonard's dead.
Yeah, but the company still knows about me. They don't know who I am or what I am, but Granger does, and he's reporting to them.
Okay. Really hoping we won't have to make any accidents.
I think I might have to disappear. Or, die on the
You
planet.
know, no, don't. Oh, you could die on the planet. I like this plan. I'll make you a new identity. I was literally.
We've already
supposed to
tried
retire.
this.
Look, that was
McKeelson.
Okay, that was a last-minute rush
That was-
job. If you give me 2 weeks, I know people. All right. And we can go off to somewhere, no company or very minimal presence, and we can fucking retire. I was 2 weeks away when this started, and then I got promoted, but I didn't re-sign up on any contracts, so I should still be able to just retire. Once this is done.
You are probably the only person I trust, so
I appreciate
whatever
that.
you think is best.
I think we need to not piss off the company. Because they've got resources and they've got money. And all we've got is a few guns and a limited amount of ammo.
Yeah,
We could
you're not wrong.
do one expedition, probably, but we can't run for the rest of our lives. If we ran for the rest of our lives, they wouldn't be very long. So we've got to get on acceptable terms with the company and leave with them, finish our contracts, end them, whatever. And just, I don't know, do something else. Haul freight, I don't fucking care. Just not this anymore. I'm tired of aliens.
I agree. I agree.
All
I'm gonna
right.
go home. That would be nice, wherever that is.
I'm good. I don't,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
Glasgow's not great.
But
Didn't leave
first
on
things
great.
first, I need to go through the manifest and see where all of the
Yeah, we need a map.
breathing stuff is.
Maybe we can maybe you can make contact with her with the bits of equipment here on the ship, find out where she is on Site B, and we can get in and get out fast, because if I'm bitten, Dr. Walls is moving as fast and as quick as he was. He'll probably beat us there, and he might be with her. We can just grab them both and go.
And book it.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna start going through stuff then.
I'm gonna try to
and-
look through, because I'm captain now, previous captain's logs from the last expedition here, and anything from the company, any encrypted messages, like that kind of thing. I want to look through those things. Any transmissions between the Edmund Fitzgerald and the Remington. Gilson, they're just looking for just anything that could be helpful in this scenario for satisfying company requirements, but with minimal risk, like the minimum satisfaction, or anything going on behind our backs that we may not be fully aware of. Anything on Gabriel too, like what he's been looking into. If I can follow his like logins and stuff.
Okay.
That's
We'll
all.
do this quick. So, you're the captain,
I
so
am.
you can talk to Mother
I
and ask
can.
Mother any question you want.
Yeah.
And so you've got to go to the Mother
Yeah,
chamber
that's fine. I'll go there.
to do that.
Mhm.
So you do that. And it's different on a military ship. It's close to the bridge, but you still have a private sort of container that allows you to interface with Mother. She tells you a lot of what you already know.
Mhm.
Gabriel, the Edmund Fitzgerald, used a corporate override to enter the ship. Gabriel stepped over, logged in, took control. They loaded a bunch of gear and material over. You see, the logs and the cameras from that. You see the original orders, including the orders that the company, Life was expendable, Order 237,
Yeah.
I think it's called. That
Download some of these to like personal device.
makes clear that the company ordered the captain of this mission to forego human life to recover the specimen.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously long details of what it was like after it left, I believe, Imperia Station, and everything that it was outfitted there too,
Mm-hmm.
with, and then that's really it. That's all the Remington would know.
Okay, yeah. Just checking to see if there's anything No, from Edmund Fitzgerald, any transmissions or... can I look at Gerald's, like, search history on the ship?
Gerald's history.
Not
on
Gerald,
the ship.
Gabriel. Gabriel's search history.
Gabriel's search history on the ship. Gabriel
Yeah.
has performed a thorough diagnostic of the Remington
Okay.
and confirmed that it is ready to go. And everything
Mhm.
Gabriel has done.
Did
is on the
Gabriel
line.
do a visual and physical inspection of the gear like I asked for aliens?
Yes.
None were found. Okay, good.
No.
Okay. Just McKeelson's paranoid. That was warranted at this point. So, in that case, McKeelson will just be kind of
It's
frustrated with no new information. Just mutter and get a drink.
All right. So,
Yeah.
some time passes. The captain interfaces with Mother. Is there anything, Captain? You're going to have to give an order as to when the drop begins. When do the Marines need to fall in? They need an understanding of the schedule for the next 24 hours. What is about to happen, and you're going to need to communicate that. You understand that as captain,
Mm-hmm.
that responsibility falls to you.
McKeelson's gonna wait for Violet's report, because Violet's the one studying the diagnostics of Site B to see if she learns anything about communications or the potential location of Dr. Iris. Or what the best location port would be, because then when we have that, she'll probably just give it like hour from now kind of thing. Gear up, this is what we need, that kind of thing. So
Hour
McKeelson-
from now.
McKeelson will wait for Violet's report, and then when Violet reports, an hour from then.
Granger and Gabriel are walking down a hallway. Gabriel is silent.
So, Mr. Gabriel, have you had a chance to prep and check my shuttle?
I have not prepped it, sir. It was not on my list of orders. I have assured that I have inspected it and run an outboard diagnostic on it. I have not been aboard or prepped your shuttle.
All right. Well, I will give you clearance to enter my shuttle to prep it if you find the time to do that, or if I need to get our captain to order you to do it, I'll have that happen if I can.
Affirmative.
What is your opinion on the state of the crew at this time?
Opinion, sir?
Oh, sorry. What is your evaluation of our crew potential at this time?
You have the requisite amount of military accompaniment to see this mission, depending on what the obstacles are. Seems to me that you've got enough people, Marines, to get planetside and accomplish this.
Do you think these particular Marines are trained properly for this sort of excursion?
Long pause. He looks at you and he goes, Admiral Burkhalter was very specific that I was to join you, the captain, and the synthetic known as Violet, and oversee the execution of the rest of this mission.
Right. Right.
The actual capabilities of the Solo Marines, I don't feel that I am qualified to deliver an assessment to you based on their capabilities. According to their files, they're ready to go.
Okay. You say so. Well, let's just step inside my shuttle real quick here. I want to point out a couple things for you, and then we'll be on our way. So he opens up the shuttle, inputs the codes. Once Gabriel and he step on the ship, he closes the door behind him. Apologies for the subterfuge up to this point, but I wanted a bit of privacy in conveying some specific information to you about our standing currently on the mission that you were given and that I was given. He hands over his data pad. He goes, on that data pad brought up right now is the entire research file associated with the xenomorphs, the one you were requesting. that is at least half of our mission. I'm not sure at this time whether or not we can trust the crew. I believe currently Violet may be compromised in some way.
Compromise, sir.
Yes, sir. She spent a great deal of time with Dr. Walls, and that Dr. Walls may or may not be a synthetic in his own right. Either that or augmented.
Augmented, sir.
Yes. Humans have a certain range of strength available to them. Dr. Walls exceeded that at times.
He looks hard at you. It's like, Granger.
Gabriel.
The captain is a poor liar.
Yes.
It is my independent assessment that Dr. Philip Jeffries lives, and that he is on the planet. This Gerald Walls to whom you are referring.
Pause for a moment. I look through my notes, and I don't know that Walls is Jeffries. Okay.
I don't think
I caught that part. Okay. I'm just making sure.
He read he has a look in his eye like the captain. He doesn't trust the captain.
Okay.
You didn't even let me roll manipulation, Travis. How rude.
But look, Gabriel.
Almost as if he's been told not to trust the captain.
How rude.
Look, Gabriel. I trust Violet and McHugson as far as it comes to saving our asses. They mean well, and they want to stay alive. Now, I want to stay alive, and I'm not sure my living and their living are compatible at times, either on their minds or mine. I'm not sure yet. Not exactly comfortable at times, but the Marines are sound. McHugson means well, but we have to keep an eye on Violet.
I've read your file, sir. I understand your role in all of this. If Violet is misbehaving or malfunctioning, I understand that she'll have to be dealt with accordingly. I will always be forthcoming with you. And he taps several times on your data pad and then crisply hands it back to you. Is there anything else, sir?
There was a sample at our previous location, but the nuclear blast probably destroyed it. So I'm not sure about retrieval of a sample.
Is it your inclination to join the mission to Site B?
I don't really want to go back down there, but Violet has a sister, and that's information I can't pass up.
Sister, sir.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Very much so.
It seems to me that you may also be uniquely qualified to retrieve a sample from Site B, if available.
If at all possible, there will be a sample, but I don't know what these white things are. We'll have to see.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
I look forward to surviving. You can go about your business, sir.
Thank you. He turns on his heel, opens the door, and walks out. The Marines are kicking it. I'd like to think you're doing pull-ups or something right now. I'd like to just do a dolly shot through the Marines.
Everyone's doing pull-ups and push-ups, and but Brewer's just in the deeps.
Coffin mode. I like it.
Just tearing it up in there. Just
you kidding me? This ship's got a full-on weight room. We're in there cranking.
Absolutely. Blaze has a perfect 10-pack, and it glistens in the poor fluorescent lighting of the USS Remington's gymnasium.
Meanwhile, smoking a cigarette while he works out.
And it ain't no cigarette. And meanwhile, in Violet is completing her report.
Cool. Do I need to roll like a contact or
Yes.
okay?
Really, I would like for you and the captain to roll an assisted contact roll
Sure.
on your dice. So it would be
Yeah.
Violet rolling. She gets a +1 because McKeelson is at a nearby terminal.
3 successes.
Nice.
What is it you were looking for specifically?
To see if we could pinpoint either where Dr. Vanessa Iris is specifically located, and if we could find a way to track or at least locate where all these creatures are at.
And walls,
possibly.
if possible.
Yes, and walls if possible.
I
You know,
love
he's
it.
got that
All right, let's do it.
radioactive device, so we should be able to scan for radioactivity to a certain extent.
Alien technology.
Alien technology and source of the signal, mayhaps, and a point of entry into Site B.
Well, we have a point of entry already. Gabriel found that.
Okay. Maybe multiple points of entry or exit.
You got 3 successes on that contact roll. You
Yes, sir.
and between the two of you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's assisted.
All right, let's-
so she just rolled
Let's
once.
do this. Let's deal with this for just a second because I'm gonna go ahead and give you your stunts just as a specialty here. So, McKeelson, what were you looking for specific? You were looking at old captain's logs and we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. And then I
Violet.
assisted Violet with whatever time I had left.
Right. Violet, you are able to glean the following. Dr. Vanessa Iris is in the, if you're looking at Roll20, in Chamber A of the structure. According to the 3D mapping on the holotable, this functions as a hangar. It's in the center of the horseshoe. It's a domed structure with some sort of closure opening bay on the ground, on the floor and the ceiling. And in the ceiling, you don't see. It looks like an empty chamber in the hologram, in the holographic data. The entrance is down in this to the left of where the cockpit is. This opening in the hammerhead on the left side, the way we're looking at it, is the revealed entrance to the ship.
Oh.
On that page.
Move this over.
There we go. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
You're not able to see Dr. Iles, but and also the only reason you're able to know where she is because of the remnant of the tracing of the communication that you have received before you left the atmosphere. And that is
Okay.
what you replied to before you left the atmosphere and returned to the Remington in the last show.
Correct. Okay, and then do I see
So, while you were researching, you get an odd ping that the cloaked Yautja ship made a stop and is now in low orbit over the planet. It
Can I
made a
tell
stop
where?
in between, it's roughly in between its radiation signature, a radiation signature.
Uh-huh.
I would say several, actually.
Yeah, because they
you've
got all the gear and
walls
stuff.
with the thing,
Uh-huh.
and then their fucking super nuclear powered cloaked craft,
Mm-hmm.
which
Oh,
you've been
Jesus
totally
Christ.
reading this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So it made a stop halfway between Site B on its way out.
Okay. Did it seem to be one radioactive signature meeting another radioactive signature, and then they both leave?
Yes.
Oh, okay. They've got Dr. Wolves. That's great.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have
Watson?
Watson.
No,
That's right. Lasso's dead.
Lasso is very dead.
Poor Lasso.
We've got him
So-
with us though. And they've got Heston.
So they
Oh,
know.
we got a
Heston.
Barry Lasso. That's something you got to do too. Like
we
during
don't.
the...
Did we get the? No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blaze went
Blaze
back for
went
it.
back
Never
and
mind.
got it.
Yep.
Heal.
You don't have time to do the full military funeral for Lasso in the given time
We
period.
can
Let's
do
just go
it
ahead
when
and
we
say
get
Yeah. When
back.
we come back.
He's not going anywhere. I think we just like stick it in the fridge, like just cause it's like a little duffel Tupperware bag. We just stick it in the fridge, just.
Yeah, what's left of them would go in a deep freeze, I think.
And I put a little post-it note that says "Do not eat" on it. Like just put it in the fridge, because Marines will eat anything that's in the fridge. So.
Oh God.
I just covering my bases.
Okay. So we know where Dr. Walls is. And then final thing, at Site B, do we see any signatures for aliens or variants of those aliens?
No.
No,
No.
of course not. They don't show up except for the motion tracker, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
beepy thing.
great. Alright, we're gonna make sure people have those. Alright, we're gonna make sure we have explosives, morphine, super glue.
We have plenty of
Whiskey.
respiratory gear.
Yep. Maybe bring
The
a little
armory's...
extra. And
Yeah.
so we're bringing duct tape this time. I know I don't usually put it in the med kit, but if one of us gets a leak, we're slapping duct tape on it.
Maybe we should bring, like, you know, medical grade med kits as well, just in case.
What do you mean?
Which you have access to.
Medical grade
Gabriel
med kits.
Gabriel returns to the bridge
You have a
and
goddamn
begins-
cup of tea.
with a cup of tea,
Okay.
with a hot cup of tea,
Okay.
and begins to roll right into basically what you're going to get kitted out with on your way down to the
Great.
surface. You guys, and I want to point this out, you guys are going to be in the hot shit space suits from Prometheus with the glass bubble helmets and the
Oh, yeah.
lights along the forehead. You guys have some sophisticated scanning equipment that you're going to be taking down there. You've got access to sentry guns. You've got access to a lot of firepower. Gabriel points out that there's no need for the ATVs or the tractors because you are getting dropped straight down, and then you only have to go down about 30 meters or so into this hole so you can enter the ship. So you've got a full, and med kits are part of that. Real
Okay.
med kits.
I don't know what you're talking about with this real med
Like,
kits.
Not real, because your med kit is very real.
Uh-huh.
Standard.
Okay, yeah. company
Non-modified, yeah,
Yeah.
med kits.
standard. Some companies
Just in
companies
case.
can't handle perfection. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Yep, you're right, yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to jump forward in time a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna.
I think whatever like level of explosives he hands on the list, she just marks ×2 and then hands it back. Like just like extra air and extra explosives.
Affirmative, Captain. I'll see that it's done.
Thank you.
Let me know if you have anything else.
Nope.
Can I announce the drop to the rest of the crew?
I only got 40 an hour.
Copy that.
Do you need any help getting stuff set up, Gabriel? I can help.
About half my tea.
Thank you, ma'am, but I think I've got it. And without breaking eye contact, he pushes the switch on the table. Attention, crew. This is Gabriel on the bridge. The drop is in 45 minutes. Please make your final preparations and meet us in the hangar. And he takes his thumb off the thing, making eye contact with you the whole time. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to go for a break really quick. We've all seen Aliens. It's time for McKeelson to tell Blaze, Brewer, Watson, and Kennedy, who's standing next to you.
Mhm.
Oh, there was something I wanted to do. Oh shit, there was something I really quick
Okay,
wanted
well,
to
let's
do.
do that first then, Travis, before you walk away.
On the way there, I can handle it. It was really
Okay.
quick. Blaze, you and Kennedy are walking to the hangar. She
Okay.
elbows you in the side. Listen, I wanted to ask you real quick before we went down there. I'm going to put in for lieutenant. You got a problem with that?
No.
Awesome.
Why do you want to be an officer?
I want to work more closely with the captain.
Oh.
Wanted to make sure that wasn't a problem for you.
I'm cool. I'm good.
Fuck
You go-
yeah. And she
you go-
gives you the Tango and Cash Predator handshake.
All right, he does that.
He like turns around, starts walking backwards, shows you guys can fucking. She's got some fucking arms too, man. Fucking,
Oh, wow.
she got like a tattoo of like a naked mermaid or some
That's
shit.
my radioactive girlfriend.
We
you
fucking
go.
love Kennedy. All right. So she's like Neil Gaiman's death with 100% less charm. All right. You guys make it to the hangar. You're all lined up. McKeelson, briefly tell the crew what they're in for and then get them into the drive.
Aliens prep montage.
All right, crew. I know most of us, some of us, a variable number of us, are probably less than thrilled to hear that we're going back down planet side. But companies got all of us on leashes, like a noose around our necks, and if we don't have what they want when we leave, we're fucked. So we're gonna get that. This is an extraction mission. We are going to get Dr. Vanessa Iris from Site B. We're gonna get her out. And any information that we happen to come along on the way, if it's not gonna get us killed, I think she'd say that, knowing that Gabriel's right there, but then give the look of like, we're not doing it. A specimen can be acquired. But please prioritize the extraction of one of the doctors on this mission. Dr. Vanessa Iris. And if we can,
Aye, sir.
Dr. Walls.
He's not there. Remember.
We might have to hit him on the way back.
So prioritize extract of Vanessa, Dr. Walls on the way out if possible.
And I give Violet the look of like Gabriel.
Okay. Because Violet's like, I'm not going up against a Yautja chip. Hell,
No.
chip.
No. Like,
That's the expression on her face.
Gilson's trying to just convey the not gonna say too much. Like, I'll give you all the real spiel once we're on the ship heading onto the planet. That's the look McKeelson's giving everyone. It's once we're away from Gabriel when I'll tell you the real details.
Is this going to be another stand-up fight, sir, or a bug hunt?
Oh, probably a bug hunt, but be prepared for either. I've made sure we have extra explosives in case we need a quick extraction from Site B. Yes, Violet. Appreciate it.
Also, everyone needs to wear their suits. Do not take off your helmet at any time.
Please.
For any reason.
Let us know
You
if you have
will
any
be
leaks.
There's lots of groans and grumbling.
You will be infected. Do not take off your suit. I'm looking
Is
at
it
you.
class 1, class 2 hazmat?
Let's say class 3, just to be safe.
Ugh.
Threat level Delta. The highest one.
Can someone explain to me how we're getting through this water?
We're gonna go
We've
around
got
it.
spacesuits, Brewer.
It's waist deep.
And
We'll be
it's
fine.
waist deep.
What Gabriel said.
Are we taking, just off question, are we taking any of our APCs, or is it just going to be literally a dropship insert?
Just a dropship. Because we're landing. Like, stop, Freddy.
Yeah, and I
God.
think we bring
Right in
extra
front of the ship.
explosives. We have a little extra air, and one of those little sentry turrets if we've got them.
Are we just asking too? Then, is the dropship going to stay in the area? Is it going to stay on the ground? Is it going to return back to the ship once we're dropped?
I think. Remember what happened the last time we let our dropship stay on the ground?
Usually, bad things happen.
Bad things. I think having Gabriel keep it. Actually, how's Chow doing? Travis, how's our
That's a good
pilot
question.
doing?
Question. Chow is laid up with morphine on her very broken leg.
Okay, so she can't pilot. That's what you're saying.
So
okay,
remote
so
pilot.
it's gonna be
Slash
remote pilot.
I'll be
or
piloting
Gabriel.
unless anyone otherwise is in for it, Captain. I'll be piloting the dropship.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll dust you off.
Yep.
And then I'll come back and dust you off after it's over.
Yep. Stay close. Stay in orbit or in the vicinity. Shouldn't take too long.
SOP is to return to the Remington and then come back on a fresh drop to recover you.
Right. Well, then make sure the Remington stays close in the orbit.
Copy that.
All right. Let's load up. Load out.
All right, you heard the man. Assholes and elbows.
Get on the ready line!
Pilot,
Move it
keep
out,
trying
move it
to
out,
make
move it out.
Contact with Dr. Iris once we break atmosphere.
And Kennedy kind of steps in, and without being lieutenant and without being captain, just kind of gets that going. All right, fuckheads, let's get it going. In line. I want to see you moving. She just starts. She comes and stands at your right hand, Captain,
into bark
Yeah,
orders.
wasn't Coleman the lieutenant? And now Coleman's dead. Yeah.
He was.
I think, can he do that? Like, you know, it just occurred to me. Well, I've just been reminded of the fact that we lost a lieutenant. Kennedy, you're promoted. So I'm captain, I can do that.
She just like looks at you for a long time. Nice, Captain. And then she pivots on her, turns on her heel, and walks into the dropship.
Is that like a thing people do where they do like that prolonged eye contact? Is that like a human thing?
Yeah, it depends on that. Like, there's different variances of it. Like, that was,
Okay, why does Gabriel do it to me all the time?
I don't
It's
know,
freaking
that's
me
not,
out.
that's not a normal one there. I don't...
It's freaking me out.
It's pretty freaky, I don't blame you.
I just met him.
I know, it's rude. Like, that kind of staring's rude.
It's freaking me out.
Yeah, get them a lot, so it's fine. Just don't look back.
Everybody lines up in the dropship. You slam the enclosure down, your restraints in, smack your helmet. Gabriel gets into the cockpit. Everybody straps in. Granger, are you taking your rifle?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Everybody's in. The hangar bay opens, and we've all seen this. The dropship. Hold on, I got some music for this one. Dropship tears through the wild, screaming clouds. Coming down low. Gabriel is a more aggressive pilot than Chow was, and there's a steep drop into the atmosphere that is not pleasant. He recovers, and it's gorgeous flying over the tree line. It's a beautiful, dense jungle, the thick mass of trees, and you cannot see the ground. And in the distance is a low mountain range, and at the foot of it is a massive landslide with, you could see the uneven shape of Earth. And then there's a clearing. Gabriel comes in low over it, holds, and the rear hangar bay ramp begins to open. And it's loud as fuck. And there's rappelling gear and ropes on a series of track going out on the side, both sides of the ramp. One would theoretically carabiner to themselves and rappel down. And I'm gonna need a mobility check from everybody.
Wonderful. I forgot to reduce the NPC stress.
Well, Kennedy has some trouble halfway down. She swears and cusses, and then lands hard, but she lands without injury.
I think I'm gonna push my roll. Thank you.
Which means that you take one stress
Yeah.
and roll again.
Okay, I landed a lot better.
All the
A little extra stress, but it's better than no successes. I got 4.
Nice. Roll panic.
Okay. Panic. 4. I'm fine.
Brewer, roll panic.
We're both fine.
Awesome.
Nothing new.
It's loud, and it's a hard landing, but you all come down. Your feet meet the soil. It gives under your boots. Look around. It's a steep. There's foliage up to your knees. It's a steep crevasse down, but not so steep that you need cables. going to have to watch your step. Moving down, you see a massive waterfall about 50 meters in front of you, and you see this odd horn structure under a massive amount of topsoil and greenery that has grown up around it. And I had a handout, but you've seen Alien, you've seen the horn, the derelict, sticking up, the shape of this thing, but it's imagine it covered in soil, and then a waterfall coming over the top of it, and you're all standing there. As the rest of the team begins to move, and unless anybody has anything they want to do as they are standing below the screaming dropship, which now gains altitude and leans forward as Gabriel takes off with pinpoint accuracy. It's quiet, and the jungle is talking to you. And Violet, the hairs, the equivalent of the hairs on the back of your replicant neck, are standing on end.
Like,
it's time to move down. Sorry.
Lean over. I lean over and nudge Granger. Maybe you should have that drone watching our back.
I was just about to send it ahead, but if you want me to keep it behind us, I can do that as well.
Just till we get inside.
You can see through the camera too, can't you?
Yeah.
I thought so. He launches it.
And as it screams out into the atmosphere, I'm like, all right, Marines. I don't think Gabriel can be fully trusted. He's part of the company that sent us all here to die. So, here's the spiel. We get a scientist. We get 2 scientists, hopefully. Company won't jump down our throats, triple court-martial us, and then we get the fuck out of here. I think bringing in all the sample is too dangerous. We've seen what they can do. They're nasty motherfuckers, and chances are one of them's gonna try to stow away aboard the ship anyway. So, let's get Dr. Iris and let's get the fuck out of here. The Yautja have Dr. Walls picked him up on the way. We don't know how to trace their ship because it's fucking radioactive as heck. So, and also, they've got our Heston. So, we gotta try to get them back.
Chorus of cheers and excitement over the comms.
All right, let's move on.
Ranger leans over to Violet's like, do you know that we're going against the Yautja?
No, I knew that the Yautja picked up Dr. Walls. It happened right before we left, but I had no plans of going against them.
And if I hear this, I'm gonna be like, I don't plan on fighting them. I was thinking negotiations of some sort. Like, hey.
What do we have to offer them? Nothing.
I don't know that. They might be interested in some things here. After all, they didn't murder the entire science lab here. Sure, we can interest them in something.
Okay, sure. We'll leave it up
If not,
for
they're
debate.
really fucking injured when we last saw them, so maybe Heston killed them both. I don't know. He's crazy. Just keep going.
Meanwhile,
Blaze calls over comms that he's taking point with Brewer, and we'll start pushing ahead. And he'll
keep
also
the pinger on.
Yeah, he'll have Brewer on the pinger. He'll be on the smart gun, and he'll kind of snidely remark over the comms to, the group chat comms basically, to Kennedy, be like, you know what? I remember why I signed on to this. He's just having a good time. He's grinning ear to ear, even though he's covered in sweat, moving through the jungle. It's just having fun.
I need fresh mobility checks from everybody to get you down into the crevasse, down the greenery, the foliage.
Stress.
Blaze, give me a panic check.
Me too.
Keelson, make a panic roll.
Oh, something happens.
Ooh, 8. I gotta get my DM screen. Hang on.
I just start trembling.
Oh yeah?
I start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops.
Oh shit! Boy, you're about to make some agility checks. This is gonna be great. Okay. So, for the last 3 hours. Hold on a second, I'm gonna change the music. For the last 3 hours, Dr. Vanessa Iris has been sitting alone in the dark. She was saying the same thing on the radio over and over again every 5 minutes. Till about 15 minutes ago, she found herself starting to nod off. And Dr. Iris, you bolt up, realizing that for a moment you let your guard down and were asleep. And you're still holding the radio in your hand. What have you been saying for the last 2.5 hours into the radio?
This is an urgent recorded distress call. For anyone attended, research staff, RF292, this is Dr. Iris. I urgently need to reach Dr. Gerald Walls or any remaining staff at the zoo. At some point in the last 2 weeks, is anyone out there at all? You hear? Can someone please come get me?
Violet, you heard this clear as a bell, like someone is standing right next to you.
Hi. Hi, hello?
Is that... She like pinches herself a little bit. Is someone actually there?
I am Violet. Dr. Iris, we're, coming to hopefully get you out.
Do you have the appropriate gear? Do you have guns? Do you have a mask?
Yeah, we've got suits and plenty of weapons. We don't have Dr. Walls. He's kind of with the Yaucho right now. We'll see how that goes. Sorry, I don't mean to, put more stress on you, but that's that. You okay?
I'm alive.
That's good.
I guess. Be careful. I don't know. I've not seen anything like them. Just be careful.
We'll do our best, and I'll keep the radio on so you're not, by yourself anymore. Hi.
Hi. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you, but yet again, be careful. There's something else.
Oh, Violet. Question.
Oh yeah, can you tell me where you are? Like, for sure? Which part of the ship you're in?
Ooh, can I? Am I in section A, Travis?
You're in the hangar. You're in the
Okay.
hangar. In the makeshift lab.
Yeah, I'm in the hangar. There's a makeshift lab. Where are you?
We're outside right now in the process of making our way down. Some people are falling? No, picking themselves up, but we're making our way down. Yeah, we're getting there. I promise.
If you make it, I'll see you. If not, I'll say a little prayer for you, I guess.
Well, we appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna focus now. Okay.
Marines are hip deep in the water. Get your gun up over your head, getting across. There's a big waterfall. Only small parts for you to be able to navigate it without getting completely doused as you move beneath it. As you clear the inside of it, there's a grotto with water moving all over the sides of the walls. And a massive sort of oval-shaped hole in the side that is half covered with soil. And you can see, as you are going to have to turn on your flashlights. You can see into a chamber through the tunnel.
Blaze pops shoulder light on, sweeps and clears if he doesn't see anything, and calls in on his headset, just clear. And he moves in with Brewer, looking left and right, either side of the opening, sweeping for anything. If nothing, clear. Just doing standard military clearing practices of call outs, clear, 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 breaking it down as you compartmentalize each section.
All right. So it's a long... Am I muted?
Oh.
I am. No, I'm not. Hi. It's a long hallway. Okay. It's actually not that long. It's about a 20-meter hallway through what looks like sort of an entryway, and there's a half-opened circular door rolled to the side with runes all over the outside rim of the door. And I'm trying to find a handout. My handout disappeared here. There we go. Show to players.
As we transition through the waterfall, because I believe Violet and Granger are probably further in the back of the group, recall the drone so it doesn't get beaten to the ground by the waterfall. And as we transition out into the space, he releases it again and sends it up ahead.
Okay. So we've all seen the space jockey cockpit, but instead of the seat being in the middle of it, it's entirely smooth. Got this massive room that I would love to show you if Roll20 would let me. Is it on here? Where?
The big spinny thing, circular area, lights on the bottom. Yeah, I've got it on the bottom.
Why don't I see it? Oh, cool. All right. Well, that's what it fucking looks like. Sweet. I don't see it. All right. It's awesome. So you're seeing this. It's got these walls that curve up. It's hard to walk on this outer rim of this giant structure with these ribs that come up to about your mid-thigh, moving sequentially all the way up the sides of the room, and a massive raised platform in the center of the room. It is exposed to the elements. There's moss growing on the walls. There's a little bit of water in the tunnel, like a moat, about ankle deep. And there is a door to the north.
What the fuck was the company doing here?
Sticking their nose in stuff they shouldn't, which they always do.
Kennedy looks at the two of you as, isn't the deal that the company, does the company even know about this?
Not
we
sure.
didn't.
No, we didn't. Keelson, we saw our like suits have like video feed, right?
They do.
McKeelson's just gonna hit record and like look around just to get this on file, because I'm sure the company would love to see that. And if not, we can delete it.
Well, it stands to reason that Gabriel is watching everything you're doing from back on the ship through your video feeds, and is also watching your vitals from the ship.
That's gross. Ew.
Dr. Iris, you would know that if they're in the cockpit, in order to proceed north, the door has to be opened and the zone has to be depressurized.
Can I share that?
So let's establish this right now. There is an open channel between Dr. Iris and Violet inside this ship. You guys are in constant communication, and Violet, you can hear strange breathing in the background of your signal with Dr. Iris.
Like separate from her breathing? Ooh, that's
it's more like a clicking.
Heavy breathing.
Heavy breathing and an odd clicking.
A familiar odd clicking?
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm scared or relieved.
So I'm gonna like switch to a channel. I'm gonna keep that channel open But can I like have another channel open with McKeelson? Is that a thing that I can do?
Yeah, is there a way we can make sure Gabriel doesn't listen in? Because McKeelson that was the first thing McKeelson would have done, is would have like cut at least audio to Gabriel.
I need a contested Comtech check
Okay.
from I know whose stats I'll use here.
Okay.
This is how we get found out in our
a
cryo
good
chamber
question.
sabotaged.
That's a good question.
Who needs to sleep at
What
home?
happened to Leonard?
I don't know. What did you do with Leonard? You
Quick question.
probably deleted him when you killed him.
No.
Quick question on the characters too. I can't move my little guy. I can't grab him.
Oh no, I'll change the permissions here.
You're good. I'm just letting you know later if we got to move.
Yes. Okay, so we're doing a contested Comtech. Did I do it? No. Here we go. Ouch. Violet, McKeelson, one success. You both are trying to do this, so or Violet, are you trying to do this too?
Unless McKeelson tells her to, I don't think she would think to do that.
Okay. McKeelson, you do not have the capacity inside your suit to restrict communication from.
In that case,
the
then
Reds.
I would tell Violet. I'd be like, Violet, finger in dirt, cut, but not looking. But that won't work because Violet have to look, and he's watching us. She'll be like, can you just make sure our communications are good and have a secure connection,
Boy, it'd really suck if we lost connection right now.
especially with Gabriel.
I don't know if she'd get the subtle human.
It takes her like a solid minute, and she's like, "What the hell? Everything's fine." And she's
Yeah,
like,
can you just double
"Oh,
check
yeah.
for me? I'm just, concerned.
Sure, yeah." And then Blaze says that, and she's like, "Oh, okay." I will
Would she
make a
get it? I don't know if
comeback.
she'd get it. Clearing cough.
No.
Oh,
Well-
It looks like the connections are fine. Everything's working.
Great.
Well, this
so glad.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So she'll switch to that channel with McKeelson. So there's definitely something in the room with Dr. Iris.
Oh. Okay.
So am I the only one who has that connection with Dr. Iris right now? Is it just a channel from me to her because of my visor?
It's a channel from you to her.
Okay.
It registers on a frequency that is not used by colonial equipment.
Okay.
There is a strange band connecting the two of you.
Right. Okay. So yeah, so then there's like some kind of clicking and like weird breathing. I think it might be those things she was talking about. I don't know why.
I hope not.
I don't know why they're not attacking her if she's in there with them.
Well, she's not fleshy and tasty, is she?
Fair.
I mean,
I guess.
you're a snack, Violet, but you're not like a snack.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'd taste very good.
Not like it with a. Never mind. You're not appetizing for things that need to eat, mate.
It's probably a good thing.
That's a very good thing for you. And probably Dr. Iris.
Probably. But we should, be aware. And we need to figure out how to open that door.
Hey, there's some glowy things here beside the panel, or beside the door. I guess that's what you said, right, Travis? You did see some glowing things as we're sweeping it? Or did I mishear?
There are runes along the
Runes,
door,
that's it.
and there's a greenish, silverish material on a panel
Oh,
to
don't
the
like it.
right of the north door. Other than that, there's no markings or panels in this massive circular
Do you want to
chamber.
ask Dr.
Bla-
Iris how
Blaze-
to get this open?
Yeah, I don't know how to read chicken scratch. Just blazes up by the door looking at the panel.
I think chickens did this.
Yeah, large, freakishly acidic,
Oh, that would explain why they're
face-hugging chickens.
All right.
Dr. Iris?
Can you walk us through how to rescue you?
And she kind of whispers a little bit, like, yes.
There's a door in our way. Do you know anything about it? There's like also a green glowy panel, but I don't know this language. You're the expert.
Yeah, and then Travis, what is it that I know to tell them with this door thingy?
It's pressurized, and you're going to have to open it from where you are.
Yay. It's you're gonna have to open it there. It's pressurized. You're just gonna have to find a way.
Oh, you open it. You're going to open it. Dr.
Never
Iris
mind, just
has
kidding.
and I think it's worth noting at this point that
We know what
nearby Dr. Iris is a panel with these odd egg-shaped jelly eggs on the panel, and Dr. Iris knows that different combinations of these squishy buttons open key doors throughout the ship. You've been on this ship for months and months and months and months, and you're well familiar enough to operate its doors, to open and close its doors from these panels.
Right. She's like, all right, just one moment. Just wait. And Dr. Iris will stand up. She's kind of made this like makeshift, really terrible like blanket from like basically like medical like sheets. She stands up with it, she kind of wraps it, and she quietly shuffles towards the door from her office chair through probably her neighbors in the room. I assume they're there, and go to the door. And this is the door separating us like immediately. Oh.
No, this is down leading from the cockpit to what you know as D.
Oh god, we're all the way at the cockpit. You know, maybe we could just put a bunch of explosives on the roof of A and tell her to duck. I think that could be a very valid plan.
I think that's a very bad idea.
Okay, on the roof of B and then be one thing over.
No.
I know nothing of the structure of the ship, Captain. I don't think that's a good idea.
Also, Gabriel told us that this is not structurally sound at the moment, so blowing it up could kill everyone.
That's a very valid point.
Let's just
save
let
it
Dr.
for
Iris
extraction if
do
we
her
need to.
thing.
Yep. Wonderful.
Hey, Blaze is gonna lean into Brewer and be
Shotgun
like, "Hey,
up.
you think you can rig up a surprise for us getting out of here?"
Always.
Even by that, you just meaning the demo surprise, wink, wink.
Like we
He
did on
smiles.
the first time we left. the
Finds
zoo.
a wall to set up a nice large charge at.
All right, Blaze will kind of keep it secret. He'll keep his like back to what you're doing, like face towards the rest of the group, just like.
So did we activate the door?
Yeah, did you activate
the door?
If it's my way out of here, I'm activating that squishy egg door.
Okay, so first off,
I
she
have
opens.
my shotgun up and ready, just in case.
She opens the door to the north chamber. Can you guys see this image here with the face?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Circular door with the runes moves to the side. Inside is a massive chamber with 4 pillars on either side of a colossal stone head looking in your direction. Every 3 feet throughout this chamber are black urns moving. They're about 28 inches tall. And when you entered this room, there was a blast of dust and compressed air. Dr. Iris, you would know that they have about 15 minutes to move through this chamber before the urns begin to leak. and you would want to communicate that to them.
Excuse me, what?
So like, Violet, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
You see those? They're kind of urn-like.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Get through. I fast. Just get through.
Okay.
You have like 20 minutes. Then I can't help you then.
Okay.
As the door opened, Blaze turned, and I'm sure all the Marines did too. Weapons at the ready with the. What the fuck is that? Anyway, they're just kind of standing there assessing the room.
Anything.
I'll switch back to the group chat and
Tab over to the group chat.
Yeah.
Group chat, yeah.
Okay, so we need to get through this room fast without touching anything.
You want us to go?
Yes, we have to go through. Dr. Iris says we have about 20 minutes before things go bad. So let's make it
Brewer,
faster
you good?
than that.
Brewer, you good?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're good. I'm used to wearing these suits.
All right.
All right, on me. And
got
Blaze
3
will
chambers
move.
till we get to the doctor. Let's move it.
Blaze is already moving. He's got Brewer with him. Let's go.
Fast but thorough.
Do we have the rest of the Marines with us too?
We've got Kennedy.
I'd imagine as like
and Watson,
Jaegering, they're with us.
that's all who was
moving.
left.
Oh no. Okay, well we're moving and the Marines are on the move.
Move through the chamber. Careful not to disturb any of the urns. Why don't I get a fresh mobility check from everybody, because you have to step gingerly around. I'm going to give you a plus. I'm going to give you a +1 if you're moving slowly through the room.
I'm sorry, what kind of check?
Mobility check.
Mobility.
Has my
Mobility.
panic attack stopped by this point with the descent in and the talking and stuff?
No.
How long am I panicking for? Okay.
You get a -2.
I will walk slowly then, so it's only a -1.
Okay.
I'm gonna push it. I don't want to touch these urns. Seems like a real bad plan. There we go.
Do we need somebody to roll for the Marines, the other Marines?
I can get Kennedy.
Yeah, get Kennedy. Everybody's doing fine. Brewer, roll. No, you're good. Cool. And yeah, you step gingerly around these creepy cylinders, and you clear the chamber. Dr. Iris, you open the north door from chamber D to chamber C. You all step into a long, ribbed hallway. There's a low mist wrapping around your shins. The door behind you closes, and you hear a pressure lock engage. You all move slowly down the hallway. In room C, you enter a chamber that encircles a botanical garden in the middle of the room. Violet, atmospheric readings in this section, going past the pressurized door that you just cleared, is cleaner air, cleaner, more breathable air than what was outside. This ship is generating its own atmosphere, and it is entirely breathable inside this craft.
I don't tell anybody that, because nobody's taken off their helmets.
Yeah. Okay, we need to get rid of these tokens in D, because no one can select them. And I got selected tokens from the last
Okay.
round, so.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank you, Lindy, who knows what she's doing. All right, here we go. So, Violet, in this botanical garden are dozens of purple orchids. Dozens and dozens and dozens of purple orchids. And there is rain falling from a circular shape in the ceiling that is covered with rock and soil. and you can actually see the terrain that has covered an open passage in the ceiling of this chamber, and water is gently falling down onto the garden in the middle of the room. There's otherwise completely ribbed walls all the way around it, and a passage leading to the north.
Do these orchids remind me of the one that had the button for the secret downstairs room back at the zoo?
They are identical to that orchid.
Did say Dr. Jeffries had a garden.
Are they surviving without, or is it? Oh, okay. Natural light, or I'm kind of confused about that.
It's coming through like a hole in the ceiling, right? As I understood it.
The water, but there's no natural light coming through the ceiling. It is dark. It is dark, and only your flashlights are lighting this up because the earth and the landslide over the ship has covered this hole in this chamber.
Oh,
So
that's weird.
Hey, Violet, you think you could tell that lady to turn on the lights?
well, it looks like there was sunlight here, but the landslide happened and stuff. And besides, with those things here, I think it's probably better if we keep our lights on.
Did she say anything about us? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you think that happened when the bomb went off?
I think we're too far away from the bomb for it to have affected anything. It could. Wait, where did the Edmund Fitzgerald land? Further away from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Further away from here.
Yeah. I think this was a separate event. I think this is something different. I have no idea, but
While they're chatting, Granger recalls his little drone and unstraps his motion tracker because he's not feeling comfortable standing in this big purple orchid room. So he pulls out the motion tracker and flips it on. The ping starts happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And Blaze Brewer, you guys have access to motion trackers too, which basically gives you a bonus to your observation, if I remember correctly.
Hey, Brewer, are you cool with holding the motion tracker then while I smart gun?
I've got it. You guys keep your guns out. I'll take that job. I saw what you did to that last creature earlier today. You keep your gun out there, Blaze.
Oh, I will.
You don't need to make it creepy, man.
That's just Blaze. Don't ask him
So
about his
I need to
gun.
make an observation.
Yes.
With a +2?
With a +2.
Okay, that's good. All right. And I also have my my investigator here, so
Yeah,
we'll
you
see
do.
what happens. So I get my observation +2. Nothing.
You could push it.
Wow.
Nothing. You can push it.
Yeah, you know what? I will push it. We'll try it one more time.
Take
Push
a stress
it
and push it.
Good. Sorry.
Why not? Peer pressure.
Sorry.
Oh my
oh
god.
my gosh. That's
Oh my
surprising.
god.
He'll get
Wow.
one more die because he didn't take a stress.
Oh, yeah,
point.
you did. Yeah, you got the stress, and then
Oh yeah.
you can roll,
Roll
one more.
1d6.
You roll D6.
Roll 1d6.
Maybe you'll get a success.
Roll a d6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And add a
You get a
stress.
6, you
Nope.
Nope.
I got a stress.
roll panic.
Okay.
Great, thanks. You guys talked me into it, and I get to roll
Well,
panic.
You're fine.
6.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. You know what though? I'm after all of that, I'm going to use a story point. I've got 2, and I don't feel comfortable in this
Mhm.
location, so I'm knocking
Yeah.
out a story point.
Yeah, we get a story point
Automatic
every
one
session,
automatic
don't we?
success.
Okay. All right. So what were you scanning for?
I'm
think that's
just
not us.
scanning the room with a motion tracker. I'm trying to see if we're the only people here
Things.
or if we need to start shooting in a direction randomly.
That's a great question. So this room is empty other than yourselves. The motion tracker picks up the water falling as it is in motion and changing micro pressure and air density, whatever. And as you sweep it north, you don't detect any motion in the north chamber, and that is long range. And since you are 25 meters, and since you are a zone away, you cannot use the motion tracker to look through 2 zones to the hangar.
All right, and since I'm paying close attention, I'm going to use investigator which means I get to ask you one question for my one success. Are there any details here that are out of place or something that's out of the ordinary? Beyond purple orchids.
In the pitch dark.
Right.
You're getting a reading of the material wiped on the panels on the walls. It does not match Leonard's Dr. Jeffrey's research as to what xenodrool looks like. It is an entirely different composition and looks entirely different. It is a greenish, almost looks like that sparkly slime that kids have, the little
Unicorn slime.
glitter in it. Only terrifying. And
Right.
And other than that, there is the chamber to the north of you is motionless.
Okay.
There is a structure beneath the cockpit. There's a massive thing underneath the cockpit, and you're picking up on that. There's some.
All right. Well, there's nothing in here on the motion tracker, but I did notice that the slime on the walls, it's not what we're used to. This isn't xenomorph slime.
Ooh,
This is something else.
great. Pilot, does Iris know anything about these orchids? And can you have her open the next door?
Yeah, we're clear up to the next door, but I can't see anything beyond it.
Sure. She'll switch back
Not
over.
had to be a go-between, but I mean...
Hey, Dr. Iris. If you're not too busy, we're at the next door.
Yeah, you're not really interrupting much. One moment. I'll go open the next door, touching the
Ask
egg
about
thing.
the orchids.
Oh yeah, why are there, a bunch of orchids in
Is
this
there an
room?
orchid room?
Travis, why is there an orchid room?
Right. What, you don't know? You just got here. The answer Iris would give is that Jeffries, as part of the research of every flora and fauna on the planet and how they connect the apes and the snakes and all the unique wildlife to LV-310, and as Jeffries and you and Leonard studied the life cycle on the planet and why these creatures flourish so much, these orchids are unique to this planet, and other than their beauty, there is nothing otherwise special about them.
So other than their beauty, we just kind of keep them around and look nice. Okay, I see. I'm like, a little embarrassing, but even scientists like pretty things.
That's fair.
Are they like this planet's orchids? Are they unique to here?
Yeah, they're
Great. I just take out like a little, imagine we have some sample bags. Kielsen's gonna just unzip one, pick a few orchids, chuck them in, specimen. Done. Puts it in the pocket.
Kielsen's very proactive with their orders.
All right, let's go.
You gonna try and do the blue ape thing again?
It didn't not work completely.
Come on, I was the one that had to investigate you because of the blue ape thing.
Yeah, it was great,
all right?
wasn't it? All right.
I mean, it was creative,
Look,
but
if we bring Dr.
not
Iris and
effective.
some unique orchids, they're practically related. I mean, flowers, come on.
Captain, we didn't come here to sniff the daisies. Can we please get out of this room?
We're
It's
waiting for the
freaking
door
me
to
out.
open.
Orchids, not daisies.
The door stirs.
Okay, there we go. Now it's
The south,
we can't go
both
through a
doors
closed door.
in tandem stir. The south door closes as the
Wonderful.
north door retracts in perfect tandem. North of you is a long hall, ribbed, low smoke curling around your knees. You enter chamber B. There are pods all over the room. They come up to your waist. They resemble the hypersleep pods that are aboard the Remington and in use by humans, but they're much larger. They're about 14 feet long. All but one of them are damaged and not functioning. One of them is glowing at the far end of the room. There are corpses, 3 along the west wall. They look to have been badly smashed, and one of them has a hole about the size of a softball in its chest. They're each about 9 feet tall, and Violet, you would recognize them as the specimen that was floating in a tube in the secret lab of the zoo. The one with the hole in his chest has no helmet on and has a smooth white head, the long Roman nose, and a saturnine expression on his face. The other 2 have big helmets on. And of course, we've all seen the Space Jockey. We all know what these things look like. And they're crumpled, spaced pretty far apart on the west wall. Discuss. I'll be right back.
Oh, hey, I know these guys. One of these was in a test tube below the zoo.
What makes me feel not
Aliens.
Like aliens.
Like different breed from the murderous kind. Different species? Species. Yes, Brewer.
How many aliens do you know about?
3. These ones,
6.
the Yautja, and the ones they're breeding on this planet.
We got the snake ones, the monkey ones, the black ones, these white ones, and then Yautjas. That's 5 different aliens.
I'm seeing a very disturbing trend here, guys.
Do we know why there's a hole in that one?
Don't think I want
Well, face huggers. They attached your face, put a tube down your throat and impregnate you. And then when they're born, they burst out of your chest and murder you. So that's probably why.
Yeah, I was hoping you were just going to say weapons fire, but that's pretty...
You say murder you, and I turn on, I go right to the motion detector. I'm like, okay.
If only it was weapons. Nope, they put something inside you.
That's gross.
It's great.
That's a violation of my personal space.
Oh, that's a violation of a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of... Yeah! No. I don't want to ever feel that violated.
So do I need to make another observation roll?
Sure.
All right.
Can I help with this one?
Yes.
Can I do a separate one?
I think you do a separate one unless you are actually helping him. And I would like to point out to the audience at home that Hank Granger is using the drone that Ryan Gosling has in Blade Runner 2049, except it doesn't come out of the top of his car. He keeps it in his pocket because it's like.
Do I get my watchful with this, where I get a +2 for observation when trying to spot a sneak attack?
You are not trying to spot a sneak attack unless you are not under threat of a sneak attack in this chamber.
Okay, so then I will just do 2 modifier. 5 successes.
Oh.
Wow. I was happy with my 1.
So you did it then. This is a motion detector.
What do her synth eyes see?
Check.
I'm not
mine
Legolas,
was.
goddammit.
Okay. What were you doing, Violet?
I was just observing the room to see what's going on.
What's happening in this room?
The corpses are hundreds of years old. You would have to actually get a sample and carbon date it, but your scanners are immediately telling you that they're minimum 400 years old. Other than that, you're getting a ton of readings off of the pod at the far end of the room. Is glowing a dull yellow, and inside is a live, we'll call them gardeners. There is a He is about 9.5 feet tall, and he is resting peacefully inside his pod.
You know, I know the company wants the murderous kind, but if we bring one of these back...
Are you saying this isn't the murderous kind?
Not that we've experienced yet.
We haven't experienced anything alive like this yet.
No.
We've got those dead fucks in the corner. And
But we know for sure that
the black
ones
are super murder.
with
Why don't you
tails
ask Dr.
and
Iris?
mouths.
She might know. She might know.
Hey, Dr. Iris. Don't mean to bother you again.
Are you ready for the next one yet?
We're in, the room
Almost.
before where you are, and there's like a live alien in one of these pods. Do you know anything about that?
I know they're really, really old.
Yeah,
And
they're older
Travis-
than I am.
Do I know?
Sorry, I'm doing shit on the maps. What, you don't know the life cycle of the engineers? Come on now. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's some info dump. What's the question? I was putting tokens on the maps.
What
Because
does she
Granger,
know about
you're seeing...
the sleeping-
Let's put a pin in this.
Sleepy
She does, and I will elucidate. In the meantime, Granger, you see 3 pings moving around the room in the hangar chamber, and a small ping as Dr. A lesser ping in towards the center of the room. The
nothing
other
in room
3
B.
are... You guys are in room B.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is the...
No.
Right. No, nothing in room B. Nothing
Okay.
is moving in room B.
Okay. I just want to make sure right now there's nothing about to face hug us.
No.
Okay.
No.
I've got 3 things on the tracker in the other room. They're strong signals. They're moving. They're moving around. There's a.
Should ask if they're violent.
There's a little one,
Let
a
me
little
see.
beat. I think that's our doctor.
Probably.
So we do have contact. So when this door opens, it's going to be live fire.
Right. All right.
Right,
Form up,
Blaze?
squad up.
Bruiser?
Oh, I'm ready. And he'll form up at the center of the group and hopefully have the other Marines flanking around the portal, just ready to
Mhm.
go. Let's do this.
I mean, it's a big door, right? We should be able to get
Pretty
like
big in that picture. It
firing
looked like at least
squad
a
action.
it looked at like at least a 3-man abreast, so you could get some shots in there.
Right.
So we have enough time tonight to open this door. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but
one
what
thing-
does Dr. Iris tell us about the sleepy alien?
Oh, the sleepy alien.
Yeah.
Nothing, because the face hookers are going to jump through and
Nap
kill us
time,
all.
you-
Yeah, and then you
You know-
get killed and you never find out.
You said there were 3 corpses in this room?
Yes.
Do they all have chest wounds?
No.
Okay,
Just one.
it's one. Okay. Still a correlation I'm not happy about. Okay.
No. Dr. Iris. So we're asking just can I get a particular question here? What's the particular question?
She know?
What are they?
Yeah, what
What
she
does
know
she know
about the
about them?
sleepy alien?
Yeah.
About
These
nappy
are-
alien, Mr. Naptime.
These are shorthand in the research is gardeners. They are a humanoid race. This is their ship. There were 4 of them. Only 1 remains. The fifth one that they were able to take alive to the zoo for further research. It has since been destroyed. We don't know where the 5th pod is. There are 4 pods in this room and 3 corpses and 1 body. It is assumed that 5th one was the pilot. What else? The car and Dr. Iris would perhaps mention that there is a deadly cargo on this ship, but maybe does not have time to go into detail. But this ship is armed with a deadly cargo that they've studied and seem to have manufactured.
We talking like Rancor? It's fine.
Black cylinders. Black cylinders full of a strange organic black substance that is, as Dr. Iris briefly explains, is what they are studying here at Site B.
So if they, I imagine that was just relayed to make things easy. So if they took this live one, did they wake it up? Did it get violent? Does she know? Can she, and like, everyone in position? Make sure your guns aren't jammed, just check everything. We're about to, I think, have some very nasty.
I think these are questions that we could probably leave for later.
Alright. You should tell her to open the door and then find cover.
Okay.
Before we open this door, can I have some folks fan out and really quick give me the ambush rules? Just really quick, because I think you guys get a free round.
Okay.
If you ambush them.
Oh, I found some matches here. Oh.
So
Ambush.
Roll20 tells me I've reached the end of my free stuff.
Okay.
You ambush someone, and when you ambush someone, you roll mobility as described, but with a modification of +2 since it is the target and not the attacker moving. It can be carried out by a group and against a group of targets. Follows the usual rules for stealth. Character with lowest mobility skill rolls for the attackers, while the target with highest observation rolls for targets.
So we just roll initiative, and you get bonuses to your initiative rolls.
I'm reading the sneak attack versus the ambush too. Okay. Modification.
So patience, gentle viewer, because they're about to raid a room with 3 things in it.
Something.
And so we're going
Friendly
to...
neighbors. They're just my roommates.
But initiative's not based on mobility, so I don't understand why.
Right?
Well, it says a special kind of sneak attack is an ambush. You lie in wait and wait for them to come close. So your target is moving. You're stationary, but the target is moving. So I guess they just say, hey, use mobility. Yeah, since the target and not the attacker is moving. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like we get modifications to our attacks based on how far away they are too.
Yeah. Depending on the ranges are mod.
If they're like long range, we get +1. If they're extreme, we get +3. If it's medium, we get +0.
Hey, Lindy, are you able to add handouts to Roll20 if you're not a GM?
I can. I'm a GM now because Greg popped in and said, hey, made me GM.
Shit, yeah, I've reached the end of my thing. I've got like 3 things I'm gonna send you.
Yeah, go for
handouts.
It. Sure.
God damn. Okay.
I got it.
All right, sweet. Okay,
Got you.
so how is everybody? Let's form up carefully. You guys have a second to kind of get ready on the door.
Yeah.
Brewer taps the fuel gauge on his incinerator.
Yeah, Brewer, if you've got the incinerator, you should probably be in the front line. Yeah, okay. Put Kennedy behind there.
Violet, you would know that most of these things hate fire. The XX121 definitely hates fire.
Oh, don't worry, they're about to get some fully automatic fire.
All right.
Blaze will be dead center of the door, smart gun leveled, ready.
Cool. Put on the other side. All right, and then Violet, you have a weapon, right?
I have a pistol.
Okay. Cool.
But I don't actually have it on my sheet. And I don't have any ranged combat, so this will be fun.
Yeah, well, it's something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all let me know. Here we go. It's 10:30. Let's kick some ass.
So I think Violet's gonna pop on the comms real quick and be like, hey, Dr. Iris again. So we're at the door next to you. After you open it, is there some place you can go where you won't be in our line of fire? Like literal fire and gunfire?
Yeah. I'll hide behind my desk.
Okay, just give me a countdown, I guess, for whenever you want to open that.
Or these are just explosive armor tip piercing caseless.
There's
Okay.
Were we able to get one of those
There's-
little sentry turrets?
so they're not little. They're fucking huge.
Okay, well,
they're
were
in
we-
big. They're in big
Okay,
cases.
okay, then we wouldn't have gotten one of those for this mission then.
Dr.
They
Iris.
should make a mini version, like a pocket-sized.
Dr. Iris mentions something as she hides under her desk, and if she's annoyed, pissed at herself that she didn't mention it sooner. In the center of this room is a massive chandelier of those black cylinders. Okay, it's probably for the best if those are not fired upon or burned. You may want to mention that.
Yeah. So there's gonna be something in the middle of the room. You'll see it. It's cylinders filled with black. Don't hit that. That's real bad.
Oh.
On the ceiling?
Okay.
No, kind of in the center. It is.
Okay.
But if you're ready,
We'll do a crossfire then. Aim away from the center, but crossing so that they'll get shot.
Maybe we should draw them into this room. I don't feel comfortable firing on those things because
Can we open the damn door and shoot these things already?
We'll
Alright.
back up a bit so they can get them. We can catch them in the bottleneck.
yeah.
So just
All right.
rather than being
Ready?
directly in the doorway, just back up so we can shoot them when they hop into the bottleneck.
And we're still in the room with all the pods. I mean the hypersleep pods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so we can take cover behind a hypersleep pod, right?
You could. Yes.
Okay, good. Granger
Yes.
is taking cover behind a hypersleep pod right now.
There's
Yeah.
four of them.
Blazes front and center in the open.
think-
He's being a snack. Come
McKelson would take cover too.
just Marines, just be careful not to hit those pods.
Who's shooting black pods on the floor? Got it.
They're on the ceiling.
And just
On the ceiling,
any
floor,
like
black
whatever.
chandelier.
pods. Shoot white aliens.
White aliens.
Boy, under his breath before the door opens. Boy, I hope the doc isn't pale.
All right. Violet, are you ready?
Think we're as ready as we're ever gonna be.
All right.
Do it.
She pulls a blanket tighter around her makeshift blanket. She goes, just get me the fuck out of here. And it hits like boop, 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 and dogs.
Better cover your ears.
Ranger, you get a +3 to your armor. Everybody who's in cover gets a +3 to their armor on. That's how it
Wonderful.
works. It works on your armor. Okay. So here we go. The door stirs and begins to roll to the side. You can see down about a 25-foot tunnel. Another door is opening. Beyond that is a massive open chamber. There are long pole lights on tripods set up haphazardly around the room that throw harsh shadows all across this round chamber, the ceiling of which is so high that you can't see it through the tunnel. In the middle of it is a colossal chandelier of black cylinders placed around and around and around in descendingly shorter tiers, reaching down to a cone pointed down at the ground. On the perimeter, you see a desk and some lab equipment, monitors on racks with caster wheels, desks, ad hoc desks, and microscopes, and low light, and tubes, and containers, and black cylinders that have had the liquid removed from them. Skirting the room, you can see one bone white humanoid shape that Lindy can show you. It is near the door. Let's go over here, roll 20. It is this one here. And
How big is that thing?
It is about what are they? They're human. They're average human height. They're about 5'7", but they're kind of bent. They've got these odd knees, and they have low shoulders and long white heads with no eyes, and as far as you can tell, no mouths. Just a smooth face, and they're crouched, and one of them turns its head to look at you.
Oh, if it turns its head to look at Blaze, Blaze lights that sucker up, makes eye contact with it, squeezes the trigger on the smart gun.
Here we go. Let's do some initiative. We do initiative. Yeah, we're gonna go around. We're all gonna do initiative. Click on. I've got
Kennedy. We want initiative dice.
Where do I get the?
We'll get Watson.
Oh, here it is. Okay, good. All right.
Let's see, initiative. It's initiative dice, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get Watson.
And I'll help get the initiative in because I can do that now.
Oh, well, okay, it put my name on there twice, but I think it rolled for Watson. Yeah, okay, cool.
Watson got 7. Blaze, you got... What'd you get? 10.
I got a 10. Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
Okay.
Wait, you just rolled a lot.
Yeah.
They each move twice. They have a speed of 2.
Oh, but we have a bonus to initiative, so because we got the sneak attack. So
they don't get to go at all this round, or how does that?
We get a +2. I think we get a +2 to attack into a mobility.
To this roll.
Yeah.
This initiative roll, right?
It's not a mobility roll though. That's what's confusing about it. This initiative is not based on mobility. It's a 2d6.
I think we get the initiative and then we just do a mobility roll because it says for sneak attack.
Okay.
First, roll your mobility versus target's observation.
Okay.
And then you will get a mod based on how close you are to the target.
Okay. Well, I think they didn't see us coming, so.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody gets a +2 to hit. Right?
Okay. Yeah. That makes it simple.
Yeah.
Okay. And it makes total sense too, because Blaze, Brewer, Violet, and Granger all have the first round of initiative. So here we go. Blaze, what do? The door slides to the side. This thing looks at you.
He looks at it, locks eyes, squeezes handles on a smart gun. Full auto. Well, 4-round burst, really, but you know.
Yeah, you don't want to go full auto.
It's not full auto. I should be careful with my wording. Burst fire, heavy. Yeah, his smart gun.
+2.
So attack +2. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
Okay. Hit it for 2.
Hit it for 2.
Your bullets smash into its flesh. Blackish blood flies all over the floor. And it screams at you. And as it does, a mouth is revealed, and an inner mouth that's like an inner set of jaws, like one of those sharks, comes out and pushes his skin around his mouth to the side, and a second jaw comes out and opens, and it drops its shoulders ready to run at you. Brewer.
Stay back, and I'm gonna light him up. +2.
Very nice. You hit him. The damage is. Oh wait. You did more damage than that. You did more damage than that, Blaze.
You did 5 damage.
You did
so 4 total.
A base of 3. Yeah.
Oh, plus bonus 2, 5.
Yeah. And then he had 1 armor, so it would have been 4 damage taken.
4 damage. Yeah.
Okay. Hence the blood. All right, here we go. So Brewer.
And then quick question for you: Do I get a like a panic because it's a new alien? because it was saying on here panic rolls. You're attacked by a strange alien creature that you've never seen before. So does Blaze have to roll for panic?
Okay. Well,
No.
Everybody takes a panic because you've never seen anything like this before. Under that rule.
Are you on the panic table?
But we kind of knew something strange was going to be in there.
Well, that's what I'm
so-
asking. Is like, does that negate it?
What page are you on?
This is page 69. Panic roll.
Good question. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's legit.
I just remembered reading it. I'm not trying to mess it up or anything that you got going on for narration. I was just curious. It's just like, would Blaze be like, oh shit,
No, it's
with
not
that
on page
mouth
69.
open?
That's Comtech. What page are you on?
Stand by.
I
68.
think
Excuse me. Scroll up.
at the
68.
very least, Blaze takes the stress. I don't know about everybody.
68's observation. On the page number on the book, not on the PDF.
Oh, I'm in the PDF.
Yeah, but the PDF has book numbers on the bottom? At the top?
It's
Well,
mine
I've
still
got one
says
of these.
69, so I don't know what's
Okay,
up. But
that's weird then.
Look at this fucker.
it's under the panic roll section of the book / PDF, where it's describing panic roll, where you keep your stress in check, except for did it, and it gives bullet points. But don't worry about it. If we're making it complicated, don't worry about it.
We'll discuss rules afterwards.
Yeah.
Brewer, you got one. What's the damage? The flamethrower base damage of 2.
Thanks. So
They get half their armor because it's fire. Okay, so 2. Cool. Okay, hey Brewer, roll a d6.
D6. 1.
All right, where'd it go? Here we go. It screams bloody murder, thrashes, and falls to the ground. Motionless. Roasting. Granger,
Aye, sir.
your turn.
All right, so it's on the ground. It's not moving.
Correct.
Okay.
Do I see anything else?
Are you
Through
looking
the scope
with your...
of my through the scope of my M42A?
Yeah, you can see one at the far end of the room. It is long range away from you.
Oh, I have extreme range on this rifle. Do I have a clear shot?
You do have you have a mostly clear shot. Yes, you do. You do.
Okay, I
From what
don't
I'm
like-
looking at here in roll 20,
I don't like
It's
the words
going to
mostly
fire-
clear.
it's going to fire close to the chandelier. You see this one in the back of the room here. You can draw a straight line between your two characters. This inner circle around the A, not the outer circle. Well, it bleeds into the outer circle, but higher up in the ceiling than you can see is the chandelier. So yeah, there you go. So it's 180 feet, and you've got a clear shot.
Okay. If I've got a clear shot, since we're already ready, I will take the aim fast action for a +2, and then I will fire my scoped rifle. Let's see. So that gives me a +2 modifier, and I believe so. That should be like, oh god, how many? I should get a lot of dice. 5, 9. Should be like 11 dice. Oh, so I get a panic and 2 successes.
So you take a panic. How many stress do you have right now?
I had 2, so this gives you my third one, correct?
Okay, yeah, you don't have to roll that. Okay, so that's 2, and that's an extra damage, so 3. And I roll armor for this.
Oh, what was armor? What's armor piercing again?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh
Is that
yeah.
an effect or
Mhm.
That is a thing.
Means that any
looking.
armor rating counts as half against this weapon.
Half.
okay.
Son of a
there you go.
bitch. So they get half armor like for the whole thing except for the pistols. All right, cool.
Whew.
Man, you hit this thing hard enough to send it flying against the back wall, and it begins to twitch and flap on the ground.
I put one down in the back, but it might get back up.
Right.
There's one more somewhere. I can't see it.
Watson looks to you, Captain. Orders, Captain. What do we do? Should I go in or stay? Or what?
Just shoot at range.
Yes, Captain. I do a terrible Walter Brennan. And why did I ever characterize this character?
I
That's
love it.
why I
It's
don't
my
know.
favorite.
You go and me and Joe have ourselves a good cry. This is the best line from Rio Bravo. Okay, so he shoots the one on the ground.
Hmm.
Where is
I got
he?
Watson. Do you want
Yeah.
me to?
Yeah, sure. Do a shoot. Do a shoot.
Yeah,
Shoot
with
+2.
+2. Got it.
Get him.
I was a little
Bam.
stressed.
And a panic. He's got
Little
2
panic.
6. Yep, I got him. Let's see, panic. Ooh, an 8. Ooh, let's see.
That's-
So that
that's the,
means he's tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer -2 until panic stops.
Okay. Is that ranged combat under agility?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're getting twitchy.
All right, he's shaking.
All right. So where is this thing? Freaking gotta get into roll 20 here. All right. Here we go. Watson obliterates this thing. It's a grease spot on the ground, and it's still parts of it are still on fire and smoking.
Is it eating through the hole?
It is not. No smoke, no acidic reaction on the floor, just a big black stain all over the ground. Meanwhile, you didn't even see it, but around the corner of the door comes roaring towards you one of these things. It's low. Its tail is flapping. It gets right up in Watson's face,
Oh no, Watson.
who had burst from cover, and he's now standing right in front of him within close range to Blaze and Kennedy. That was his full move. So he just leaps up onto one of the pods and screams at Watson with everything it can. Meanwhile, this one takes a short action to get back up and then disappears to the right. And you can't see it through the hall connecting A to B. Dr. Iris, you're hearing gunfire. You're seeing the light of the flames moving, dancing off the walls of the room. You're hearing guttural screaming. And I just thought I'd let you know that. It's Kennedy's turn.
Kennedy, my girl. Okay.
She's got a badass gun.
Yes, she does. She gonna use it on, that alien that's closest to us, because I feel like that makes the most sense, right?
She gets a bonus because it's so close to her. That's a +2 at engaged range.
Okay, and she's gonna use her action to aim, which I think is a +1.
Yes.
Okay. That's one. Okay. Click, click, click. Come on, character sheet. Work with me. Okay.
Do it. Shh, pull the trigger. Squeeze the trigger.
Oh, Kennedy.
Oh, shh.
Sweetheart.
That's
That's my girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's armor piercing and radiation
Yeah.
+1.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and say that the nuclear-powered pulse rifle is armor piercing, even though I know it says that in the...
I mean, what the
In the
radiation pierces a lot.
certainly does. 1. So 4.
2, 3, 4, 8, 7. Because it does a base damage of 4. And she
Oh my
rolled 5
God!
successes.
7.
7.
All right, roll a d6. Goddamn,
Come on, Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Come on. That's my
on,
lieutenant. 3.
Aim high, Kennedy. Aim high. 3.
Yeah.
It's severely wounded and cries out in an alien fury. It immediately gets to perform a fast and a slow action
No.
outside of the normal turn
That's
order.
not what I wanted.
Roll a d6.
Oh no, Kennedy, why? Okay. Whoop. 5. That can't be good. Right.
Holy shit. Roll. Wait. Oh my God. Okay. It gets an attack roll.
Oh no.
Wait. How do you hold on? This is gonna be some shit. It attacks the closest opponent. Okay.
Which is Watson.
Which is Watson. So here we go.
Bye, Walter Brennan.
Rip.
It slashes. I want to be clear that if it had rolled no damage, it would have killed Watson in one hit. It takes a slash across Watson's face, shattering his helmet. Watson goes flying across the east towards the east wall and rolls ass over tea kettle into the corner. Glass and this creature's sharp claws have slashed his face, and he is bleeding on the ground.
Okay.
Brewer, it says you go again.
Well, then, yeah, I don't like that. So I'm going to send him to hell.
Do I just not get a turn then?
Yeah. Why did Brewer go twice?
I don't know. I think
My
Brewer,
initiative is 8.
No,
So
it did weird things then.
I don't know.
I'm gonna adjust it.
I'm saying
Violet should have gone
that-
before Granger.
Violet,
I'll
it's your
delete
turn.
second Brewer. I don't know why he's on there twice.
Violet, it's your turn. What are you doing?
okay. There's a thing in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot it with my pistol.
Dude,
I don't actually have a pistol on my
I have one. Do
sheet.
you want me
so
to
do I
roll
just-
it?
Ranged combat? I have a 0 in ranged combat.
Do you just roll you just roll it anyway, and it
Okay.
rolls
Okay.
your base stat.
Yeah.
You fire.
Well, you get a
and miss
plus
wildly.
2 because it's a surprise.
yeah.
So just roll 2d6.
Well, and you also get a plus 2 because you're in engaged range.
Okay, so plus 4.
So plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So 46.
Holy shit! 3 successes.
Okay. What's the base damage on a pistol?
My revolver is a damage 2.
So what is that? 4 or 5? Sorry.
Checking.
That'd be
Base damage
5.
on the service pistol is 1.
Okay, so if it's a service pistol, then
Yeah,
it'd
if
be.
it's a service pistol, it's a 1 with a bonus of 1.
So she'd have
So what?
3. Because you get a success,
put-
and for everyone beyond, you get.
You put 3 rounds in this thing's face, and it drops like a sack of potatoes. Blood falls all over the flies and splats all over the ceiling, and it crumples to the top of the med pod, and then slides off on the other side of it, facing the north door, motionless on the ground. McKeelson.
That's
Oh wait, no,
me.
wait.
Oh,
Wait. Is it McKeelson's turn?
I think
You rolled a
Maybe.
5?
I did roll
No?
a 5.
This is all weird now. I think it's
rolled
a
a 5.
Neomorph's
I rolled
turn,
really badly.
actually, because
Oh,
they
no.
rolled. Oh no, they've already gone. So you were
Okay.
on 5.
Yeah.
So you go first.
Okay. Since everything that's immediately right here is dead, I'm gonna fire at this one. I'm gonna try to use my spinny blade thing, because I've used it a couple times.
That's the other dead one. We can't
Oh.
see another one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that one's dead
Yeah.
too? Okay, it needs to be marked
That one's
off
dead,
then.
and you can't see the other one.
Okay, then can I hold my action with my Yautja spinny blade till I see something?
You can. That's called Overwatch, and you're going to
Okay.
get a bonus as
Yeah.
soon as you can see this thing.
I'm gonna Overwatch
you
with
get to
my
attack.
Yautja blade. Which what's the bonus and damage on that, by the way?
The base. Well, you mean your base damage on a Yautja discus?
Yes.
I thought we said. I'm gonna say.
You
I'm
never
gonna say
gave me the
4.
stats because I threw it. I've never
Let's-
thrown it at a living thing. Okay.
We're gonna
Is
say
there a
4.
bonus?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you get a +1 to hit because
Okay,
your
so that's the
mind is
bonus.
effectively connected to it.
Okay. Cool. Now I have the stats for it, so we good.
Cool. Okay. McKeelson holds her fire.
Overwatching with my spinny blade of death.
Dr. Iris,
Ready to chuck it with a frisbee.
Violet, can we get an observation check on behalf of Dr. Iris?
I'm sorry. All I heard was my name, and then my sound cut out.
No.
Can I get an observation check on behalf of Dr. Iris?
Yes. So she would just get my base. She wouldn't get all my bonuses, right? Does she
Correct.
get the watchful?
No.
No. Okay, so just 5. 1 success.
Violet, you see the white creature skitter up the wall. And it is moving around above the tunnel and is now placed above. You see it. You can see from where you're hiding under the desk, which is around here. Further back, so Granger didn't almost shoot you, but like here. You can see that this thing is now perched on the wall above the tunnel leading to Chamber B.
Oh, can I tell them?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
My head just pops up behind the desk, like that one, what's going? Like I'm just sputtering about this thing to anyone who will listen.
Okay.
Anybody who's near the door totally hears that.
All right.
So now we go back to the top. Blaze.
All right. Well, since this one up here is dead, does he have line of sight on this one? That's in the
No.
room?
Oh, it's on the.
That's what I figured. All right. He'll just call out, moving up, and he'll move up a little bit closer
Careful, look
to
up.
the opening. He's looking up. He's looking left. He's looking right.
Stay low, look up.
He's trying to get to the opening of the door, but not go through the door. Just kind of sweeping and holding to see if the alien will come in line of sight. If so, he'll blast it.
Blaze, roll a d6.
Come play with your friend. He's in here. He's just taking a dirt now.
Just a tasty morsel out here. A 6.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. You move into the room.
I like that.
This thing was on Overwatch. It gets an attack as you enter in. The people in the room see a razor-sharp white tail descend from the ceiling. It impales Blaze.
What?
I roll for the attack using 7 base dice.
Can I attack the tail with my Overwatch?
After I get done with what
Okay.
this does to Blaze, yes, you
Okay.
may.
This is instant death.
He instantly hits? Doesn't even roll? Or is he gonna?
If he had rolled a 1, he would have missed.
Oh.
If he had rolled a 2, so not all these hit, and he may still miss. He may
Okay.
still
So
miss.
Ugh.
But he gets what is effectively an attack of opportunity
Okay,
because
okay.
he did a
I was just curious.
slow move to the top. So
Uh-huh.
we're following the rules.
Yeah.
Slow move up to the top. He can clear a zone in a slow
Just
move.
trying to figure out how these aliens work.
And his fast action was to remain on Overwatch. Blaze enters the room,
Mm-hmm.
turns, and Neomorph rolled a 6. I have to roll 7 base dice.
Oh, so the 6 is the attack that he's going to do. He hasn't automatically hit. Okay.
He has not.
I was gonna
Let's
say, that
roll
seems...
7 base dice.
You have armor.
How can we do that?
And a
Where's-
dodge or block, maybe?
Everyone has 4 armor right now.
Where's your character sheet? Why don't you just roll 7 armor really quick, and that'll give us a base dice roll of 7. This is not an armor. Here, I'll do it.
Wait,
unless
so-
you want to.
No, go ahead.
So we're just going to roll 7 dice, and it says it's an armor roll, but this is just a base dice. Nothing.
What?
Might be a good time to use one of them storyline dice.
Well, I'm not quite sure the meaning of it. Is like, does that mean I fail or succeed or?
Well, I'm about to tell you. The tail whips so close to your face that it almost shatters your helmet. It does not impale you, but this thing moves straight down, and by the grace of whatever God is in this heaven, doesn't hit you. And it whips back and nearly shatters your helmet. And it's McKeelson's turn.
I'm pretty
Overwatched.
pretty sure, by the way, for cinematic effect, Blaze would be like, "Fuck!" and he'd probably fall back, fall
I
down.
won't frisbee you then. So you said I got a plus how much bonus for being on Overwatch?
You get a +2 for Overwatch.
Okay, and I was used my.
And you're also in short range, so you get a +1.
Okay,
So
and then because this is still for my
25 feet.
surprise, so it's another plus. Okay, so
Yeah, you're uniquely qualified to hit the shit out of this thing.
come on. This is all I want. Come here.
Don't worry, I'm sure Blaze is pissing himself.
One attack, but you know what? I think I'm gonna push it to try to get more successes.
By the rules, you can't push one that you botched, but I'm gonna let you do it anyway.
Well then, well, if that's the case, then sure. Let's see how stressed out McKeelson can get.
McKeelson is on a lot of drugs and does things like this.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably a house rule I think I'm going to make. I was going to say, I don't understand why a botch would cancel a push because you're still taking double stress. You take 2, so you're about to take 2 points of stress.
Yeah.
Which I would prefer that mechanic to making you fail the roll. Okay, so that's 4 total successes
2.
on a base damage of 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Because those are additional points.
Yes.
All right, so I got to roll some armor here.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
forget,
know
you
if it's
can
armor
use.
piercing or whatever.
You don't
Use a
have
story
to
point.
do. You don't have to do the extra damage on that stunt. You could actually cause the opponent to fall to the ground or knock it back
That's true.
with one of those extra.
That's
successes.
true.
With one of those extra
got
I can
options with the stunts.
let me look at the stunts. Where
I
are
pinned
you?
I pinned the sheet with the stuns in Aliens chat.
Did you? That's wonderful.
Yep, it's pinned now.
Did you?
I just gotta figure out how to use Discord. Okay, I don't know how to use Discord to find pinned messages. Pinned messages! It's a thing!
Yes.
I
it
don't
is.
know how to Discord. This should surprise no one. Combat stunts. Okay. I'm going to use yeah, no, I don't want to turn. Yeah, 1 to fall to the ground, so 6 damage, and the rest are extra damage, because I feel like that's wise to cause damage. So 6 damage, and he falls down.
Okay, the disc is not armor piercing.
No, that's fine. Hopefully he...
2.
Okay, so
how many
4
total
damage.
did you just do?
4 damage minus the 2, because it was 6. Oh.
As its tail descends, just a hint of its knee drops as well. And at the perfect moment, McKeelson, what is this? This is where I hand it over to you. McKeelson, tell us about the weapon. What does this look like as just a little more of this creature is revealed beyond
So
the
it's a
upper
creepy
lip
looking...
of this hall?
It's a freaky looking disc. And McKeelson's fingers just barely reach in. But thankfully, McKeelson played a little bit of bowling in the Marines. But being from Scotland, played a lot of golf, specifically disc golf. So, it's fine. So I think McKeelson holds it almost like, because you don't chuck it this way, from the top, like as if throwing a frisbee. But as if, like a bowling ball frisbee. And then blades extend out as soon as she releases it, and they fly forward and they hit the opponent, and then it comes back.
It chops the tail clean off, which falls to the ground twitching. It also slices it at and below the knee. So its actual knee and the bottom of the knee of the joint
That's probably why it falls.
below the knee So it falls in about 5 pieces
Ooh.
from the upper lip of this thing. In an instant, the disc returns and puts another hole right through the middle of this thing as it slumps off of the wall above the tunnel. And now it's in 6 to 7 pieces, black blood seeping out all over the floor. And for a moment, it's quiet.
I should name you something better than Ouchie Spinny Blade thingy. As I like just hold it gingerly. Blades
Brewer
retract.
immediately starts running over towards Watson, kind of shooting an evil eye over at McKilson. And then
I just had to catch it.
he pulls out an emergency oxygen mask from his med kit and administers that to Watson.
Give me a medical roll.
Yeah, and I'll come over as soon as I've cut my blade thingy, and then come over. I had to catch it first because I don't want to get cut.
It's fucking sweet.
Oh,
Like returns to you.
Oh
Wait, what do you do?
I'm going.
Did he kill him?
no! You gonna?
A double botch?
Yeah,
You take 2 stress, and I'll let you push it because I'm crazy like that.
That could be another press.
Yes!
I'm really mad at McKilson right now.
I'll come over, and you gotta get me a second. Just finished initiative. I didn't know I could do anything yet.
Oh my god. Okay.
Another stress.
I'd like to look at the medical stunts really quick. If someone could fan out and look at that really quick. Brewer, you have taken, by my count, 1, 2, 3, 4 stress. Roll panic. Let me get my DM screen because I hope this is a.
Oh no!
11.
Oh.
11.
Oh no!
What's that do?
Pull out a gun and blow your brains out. Just kidding. Let's see what you did.
So bad at fuck this.
Okay,
guy.
I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read this. Stop it! I'm trying to kill you. All right. I'm gonna read this, and you're gonna tell me how this manifests. All right. Here we go. Seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot. There's no enemies. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but all the stress level of everyone around you is increased by 1. And after 1 round, which is 5 to 10 minutes, you act normally.
I guess he immediately will grab Watson and just like run for it.
Brewer!
Where? Okay, so the door behind us is closed. Where is he running? Into the room?
I guess he'd run into the room then.
Oh,
if he's freaking
fucking
panicked.
hell. I'm gonna run after with my very legitimate medical pack with me. You're not
Dr.
supposed
Irish,
to move a
you hear-
patient!
You hear footsteps coming your way. Okay.
I'm gonna go try to find somewhere to hide.
Brewer has thrown Heston over his shoulder. Is Heston or Watson?
It's Watson.
God damn it.
Heston's on the
Watson.
Predator ship.
Heston's a predator now.
Heston's a Predator.
He's gone now. He's gone to be a predator. I'm sure we'll never see him again because he's such a dull character. So I think he's like my favorite NPC ever. So he's not here. He could have used him. But he's in predator class right now. I'll shut up. So Dr. Iris, you hear boots running into the room. Let's since Brewer's still moving, could we just do a quick informal round of initiative, please? Just to it's 11:11. We're just gonna
Oh no.
we're just gonna
Fucking hell.
really quick determine who gets to act next. I should clear this.
I was gonna say, do you need to clear the old ones?
Probably be smart.
How do I do that? I just clicked on it. It didn't. Everything went great. Oh wait,
Alright.
clear. Okay, here we go. All right, now do it. Okay. Blaze. Brewer's running past you. You almost died. What do you do?
Quick question though: if you're going off turn order, doesn't Hank get He beats me.
Shit, I
He's got
got
a
the
9.
wrong thing. I got to go descending.
Yep.
There
Damn
you
it. Granger, Brewer's running into the other room. What do? He's got Watson.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Are we doing fast and slow fast and slow actions, or are we just okay? I guess my fast action is going to be. Well, hold on. What are the fast actions again?
Just gonna play this out in case Brewer does anything really stupid.
You can run, move, get up, draw, do the
start,
block
climb,
attack, push.
Said the
reload,
DM
throw,
impartially.
Okay, my fast action is going to run up into the doorway, and then I am going to. I guess I'm going to use my slow action to basically scan the area, like see if there's anything going on, see where he's running, if he's going to run into something bad.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll do it.
Give me a
I'll do an
comtech roll.
Comtech?
Oh no, you're just observing. Yeah, give me an
I'm just
observation check.
observing.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
You're looking around. All right. Good.
Oh God!
You
Immediately walk in and freak out.
Get too stressed. Roll panic.
Okay. All right. My panic rolls are actually
Real bad.
-2, so that would be a 3 on a panic. Because I have nerves of
Ice
steel.
water in your right nerves of steel.
Nerves of steel. So I guess I roll, but see, you can't modify this, so I'm just gonna have to roll a d6.
You can't type
3d6.
negative.
Oh yeah,
number?
you know what? Let
Yeah.
me see.
That's how you do
Forgot.
the negative modifiers.
No, it didn't let me roll
Oh.
negative modifiers.
Okay, so 6.
Yeah, so it'd be a 6.
Okay, so let's just, you don't freak out, but you walk into this room, and I'm telling you, you can feel the death in the room. There are easily 25 rows stacked vertically in this chandelier of black urns hanging from the ceiling. The tube lights on tripods all around the room, did I mention, throw terrifying shadows all over the room, and this room has a terrifying countenance. Who's next? Blaze. Brewer's running past you.
Order right now. I
What?
don't know what.
You're panicked to the next round. You don't get to do anything until all this is over. You're
Oh.
running around and freaking out.
Okay, Blaze probably just sits up and goes, Jesus, what are you doing, bird? No! And he'll try and scramble to get to his feet. I don't know if it's an action to get to his feet, but
Short action, get to his feet.
okay.
And if you want to try and grab him, I'll give it to you in a slow action. Make a close combat roll.
Okay. Close combat. Attack. Let's see. Combat. With no modifiers, just roll it.
Yes.
2 successes.
And a stress.
and a stress. Yeah.
What's your stress at?
3 now.
It is now a 3. Yeah.
Okay. Just take a stress. You grab him by the harness on his back, and you're strong enough to stop him. Brewer, you feel yourself get jerked back, and Blaze can do like 100 pull-ups. He's like the pull-up champion. The USS Remington. Kennedy's fucking pissed at him because he can do more pull-ups than she can.
All like 10 people that compete.
Right. And there's, I think it's scratched on the walls who did how many pull-ups, in the gym. I fucking love that. All right. So you grab him and you restrain him, and we're gonna put a pin in that. Violet. Next to you, Kennedy is reloading her gun and shaking her head slowly. What do you do?
So pretty much aside from Kennedy, everybody's gone into that other room, right?
Heading that way.
It would seem they're heading that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go to this alien right here? Can I double check and make sure it's like super dead?
Just like
Yes.
shoot it again. Just
Yeah, I just want to point blank
Put
shoot
one
it
of
like
those
4
in.
times in the skull. Yeah.
I love that. All right. It's quite dead.
Yep. And then I'm just
do
gonna
that to
move
the next
towards
one,
that.
and then the next one.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move towards the tunnel.
Double tap. You
I love
gotta
that.
double tap.
Yeah.
You step into the room. You discover the terrifying countenance of this chamber. There's a desk nearby. Dr. Iris. Things are quiet. You hear boots moving around the room. You hear somebody grab somebody else amongst some shouting and some scuffle. What do you do?
I will peek up to make sure that there's no creepy white aliens still, moving around. And if my briefcase words is there, I'm gonna pick it up and I, have this weird robe blanket and it's like, shoulders to knees, wrap it tighter around myself and pick up my briefcase like, oh, you made it.
Hi, I'm Violet.
I don't know what paper I signed for them to make a synthetic of me, but that's just kind of weird. No offense.
That's uncanny. As I'm trying to get Watson away from Brew, I just glance over, see, looks like two Violets talking to each other.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful. Really careful.
She's 150 years old at least. I don't think she's a copy of you.
Then, okay, I don't know. Whoever they copied you from, got some deep ancestry here.
Can we describe Dr. Vanessa Iris's appearance really quick? Can you tell me what color is her hair? How does she wear it? What is she wearing? Tell me a little bit about what she looks like.
Well, typically she'd be much more put together, but having been stuck in this room for God knows how long at this point, it's kind of like a matted mess. Like there's a bun. It's kind of put together with pins. A few too many, real greasy. She's got like her uniform on underneath, but she's got like this kind of what you put down on a medical bed. She's got like a few of those taped together and she has it wrapped around like a blanket, like a bunch of them somehow belted together with something. And it's shoulders to knees, just like this big kind of overcoat. And she just looks rough.
Her face, meanwhile, is absolutely identical to Violet's face. And I'm not talking about identical twins here with a mole on either side or something like that. It's like looking right into a mirror. Violet, I'm going to give you one more line. Granger just said that you're 150 years old out loud. What do you say to Dr. Iris?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Hey, sis.
Yeah, I was like, so I guess you don't know, but I might be your sister? Hi.
It's literally impossible. I'm an only child.
Maybe not.
And with that, we're going to call it a night. Because
Next
maybe
time on
not.
Maori, we find out.
Intergalactic Maori.
The paternity test, please. If it was Maury, it would be, so you say you have a phobia of xenomorphs, and then a xenomorph comes out from behind backstage, and they cut to the wide shot, and out comes the alien. This was fucking awesome. Reunion. Long time coming, Paige. That was fantastic. Beautifully done.
Thank you for having me.
It's awesome. My favorite parts were Paige's Iris's. Got too much aliens going on. I'm talking about viruses. The emergency blanket bit, and just how she's playing it as someone very confused and in a lot of trouble. I just love it. I love introducing these mystery guests where they're in terrible danger. I loved Granger's private meeting with Gabriel. I loved Gabriel's relationship with Violet. I love Brewer freaking out and finally getting to unleash the flamethrower. I love Blaze kicking some ass and almost dying. And I love the dolly shot of all the Marines working out in the gym. It's great. We got to do it all tonight. I fucking love it. Thank you, Lindy. I can't wait for the next episode because there's a lot cooking. There's a lot of bombs to drop as we go through the next couple of shows. We got more coming. So check it out. Thank you very much. I'm producer Trav. I produce WebDM. You should watch it. It's good for the soul. You learn about D&D. And I play D&D on this channel on Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays is badass because I'm techno Batman who's crazy. And on Tuesdays, I'm playing every toxic asshole from the South, but they've got a heart of gold, and you can't completely hate them, even if they put you in mortal danger.
Multiple
and Lindy's
times.
my adopted son. Multiple times, just do stupid shit and is really belligerent.
Fine.
Also, Seawall ends next Friday on Encounter role play. It's our big finale. Check that out next week, Friday on Encounter. Thank you so much for this. I've been gaming for like 7 hours, and I've drank this entire thing of coffee. So I'm going to go pace around the neighborhood until I collapse in someone's backyard. I'll
plan.
see you next week, maybe. Bye. And thank you all so much for watching.
Wonderful. Yes, thank you for GMing Travis and scaring us and terrifying us and making our characters super duper freaking stressed. We're gonna go around, we're gonna say who we are, where we can find you online, and what your favorite part of tonight's game was. We'll just keep going in a clockwise direction. So, Brewer, D20, coup de grace, how is that for you?
Oh, yeah, wonderful game. I'm D20 Coup de Grace. You can find me playing here on Mondays and Tuesdays. And sometimes in this game here. Man, probably freaking out. Well, just that whole situation and then the stress level, because it makes so much sense, because man, Red is mad at McKilson right now. He believes that she is not doing her job.
Well, if you'd let me get to the guy, I could get a medical aid. You just got there first.
Finally, someone else noticed.
But yeah, thank everybody for watching. And,
Wonderful, wonderful. We've got one of the two lovely flowers we have on stream tonight. That would be Violet. How are you?
I'm great, and I think you're doing a fantastic
Thank
job
you.
as Captain McKelson.
Thank you.
Just saying.
I wasn't
I'm
certain
not
if we were
biased
out of
or anything,
initiative yet,
you know.
so I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
run forward.
God. Hi, I'm Nugatosaurus. Today I played Violet. On Mondays I play Howley, Shifter Fighter / Paladin, and on Tuesdays I play Ambar Vanaster, the Divine Soul Sorceress, here on this channel, doing lots of crazy stuff. My favorite part was actually somebody in chat was like, "Is this the part where we take bets on like who's gonna die first?" And I was like, "I call Watson."
Yeah, same.
And then when that alien came and sat right in front of Watson, I was like, "Yep, I called it. He's gonna die." And then of course Brewer, just after combat, everything's fine, we're calming down. Brewer just flips the fuck out. It just cracked me up. It was great. It was fantastic. You can find me here and on Twitter at Nugatosaurus, and I'm super excited for our next game. I can't wait. And yeah, I had a great time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Someone who I hope had a great time, because they're our wonderful guest tonight, would be Dr. Iris, D&D and Paige. How are you?
I loved it. It was great. I had a great time. Yeah, thanks for having me on the first time in Aliens, the first time on your channel. This is great. I had a blast. Honestly, my favorite part was probably getting to watch like a little front row seat of just watching you all play for like, and hearing all of your characters come to life. Being in this seat, it was great. I loved it. And also the first really awkward interaction with Violet. Yeah, I love it. It's been great. I love it so much. I can't wait.
Wonderful, wonderful. And where can we find you online?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter, D&D and Paige. My website is there, and that links to all my stuff. So that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Someone we can find always at the front lines and not getting stabbed in the face by a tail would be Blaze.
Yeah, not getting stabbed in the face by a
Real
tail.
close, though.
Close one though.
Ooh.
Very close. I think the DM has it out for us, maybe just a little bit. But yeah, Shiny Pilot 206 Twitch Twitters had fun. Good to play Aliens. Just a little bit. I can see you there, Travis. I see you. Yeah, had fun playing Blaze. Good time to play with everybody. Be our Aliens game. Favorite part? I don't know. I had a lot of fun ones. I like all the combat. I like the story and the descriptions of the facilities. I like us meeting the doctor and her trying to warn us about all the dangers, but you know, we got to do what we got to do when we get in there. Brewer being crazy, charging by me as I almost died, and you know, it was just all the fun things that keep going and craziness that we had. So yeah, it was a lot of little things that just added it up for me, the experience. Yeah. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, look forward to next time.
Awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. Someone who is cool as a cucumber tonight would be Granger. Even though he was a little traitorous. It's fine. I'm not bitter.
You know, I've got to play all the angles because that's just who he is. You know, he's got a lot of irons in the fire, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, he is a Blade Runner and there's lots of synthetics running around. It's difficult to stay focused. All right. But no, I'm at Deception Check. I played Hank Granger tonight. I also play, I run Mondays in Exandria on Mondays here at the channel with all these fine people, except for D&D and Paige, who is our guest this evening. And Tuesdays, I play Merrick Tenpenny, which I am a pirate who is angry at producer Trav's Elam all the time because he is an irresponsible male role model for the small child that we are keeping in our party. So yeah, it's not going well. That's not going well. And then of course, Hank Granger here tonight. Favorite parts tonight. Absolutely loved seeing innocent Violet come back. Innocent, awkward Violet. You know, she hasn't been that way since the beginning, and now she's got family, and she's like, I don't know what to say. You're my family. And so, of course, that was great. And I also kind of loved that my heart is, you know, my Nerves of Steel character walks into a new room and freaks out just looking at it. I mean, I can look at aliens all day. I can see all the other kind of crap. I look at a room and I am scared to my core. So, yep, my guy's a little strange. But thank you. It was a lot of fun. Travis, you rock, man. This was awesome.
Awesome. Wonderful. This whole crew is wonderful, and I'm so glad we could have Paige guest with us tonight. Super fun, and I can't wait for, now that we're not, you know, just communicating via transmission, to next month actually get to play with her. It's gonna be wonderful. So yeah, you can find us here every Monday and Tuesday for our weekly campaigns. Mondays in Exandria, which is D&D, 5e. It's very heavily city-based for now. And then Mists of Ravenloft, which is Ravenloft. And yes, the party has an 8-year-old child with them. It's fantastic. No better way to mess with your players than to be like, here's an adorable 8-year-old child you all fallen in love with. Have fun. It's so much fun. I love it. It's great. And you can find us, of course, for our 2 monthly campaigns. We have a Teenagers from Outer Space on Saturday mornings once a month, and we also have Aliens on Friday nights once a month. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for when we're going to be having those next month, because, you know, it's almost June already, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching and hanging out and having such a fun time. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend.